Odds moving.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you.
Of course.
Should have called.
I sit down here in the phone.
Are we still eligible for the bad beat up here?
No.
No.
They're not taking any rake.
No
There's no
rake,
rake.
no jackpot.
Yeah, no
You'll
jackpot.
definitely take a bad beat.
No bad beat, yeah.
Maybe not that one.
Yeah.
All right. Send the play.
There will be
Thank
one
you.
coming.
There will be one. That we can guarantee you. More than one.
Call.
This guy limps all day long. Are you going to raise a hand, sir?
Call.
By the way, you guys look good with matching
Fold.
hands.
Thanks. We bought them at the same store together.
Now I got to raise
Is that
a little.
before or
Raise,
after
make
the
it
full weight?
35.
You guys
Is that before or after the
are
full
all
weight?
waiting for me to raise.
Yeah.
Welcome to PBKC streaming live.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go.
Here's what happened on our previous shows.
Three, two, one.
Here we go.
We're streaming live in West Palm Beach, Florida.
3, 2, 1.
Aces.
Oh, shit. Yikes.
Everybody's alive.
All right.
Yeah, except he's got the two jacks I need. I was looking for a queen jack 10. A queen jack 10.
Oh! With the redraw.
Holy
the nuts.
shit.
That is so
Marshall.
fucking sick.
Holy shit.
Marshall.
Holy shit.
Hey, show me what the color is.
Shit.
That flop would have got in trouble.
It should be right up here to the left.
Welcome to PBKC at 1111 North Congress Avenue here in West Palm Beach, right across the street from the Palm Beach International Airport. Today as we play 2-5, no limit hold'em. Have a great cast of characters here on the show today. My name is Mike Jameson, and today I'm joined by usually behind the scenes, but today he's on the microphone. We've been waiting for this since the start of the live stream. It's Mr. Josh Alderman. How you doing, buddy?
Very good. Thanks, Mike.
I thought you had aces when he said only
This is
run
going to be a little
it
bit different. You're going to see this game from a totally different way. He's usually the producer of the show, and today he's also going to be hosting the show. It's going to be a fun time. We're already starting off the show with some fireworks.
Some excitement right there.
Right,
Aces,
exactly.
jacks, and ace king.
We have to find the names of these guys by looking at the screen. We'll figure out the guys. I know that's Alan, that's the driver in seat 1. Steve's in seat 2. Okay.
You need a 1
I
out
know
or
these guys.
He's got 2.
We'll wait for the names.
Yeah, we'll wait for the names to
I know
come
the
up.
faces.
Cindy's dealing right now. You see Corey in the background. See if anybody needs a massage at the table. There's Linnell. One thing about Linnell on the show, he doesn't always run well on the live stream. So we'll see if he can turn around his luck today.
Well, good luck to him and everybody else. I just appreciate them playing.
Oh, he did. He just won.
Yeah, it's great. Now we're on a new schedule. We're going to play every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern. We're going to play Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, and Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern. That's our new schedule here. Streaming live right now on twitch.tv/PBKC Poker, and go to YouTube and just search PBKC Poker, streaming on YouTube also. And I'm going to let Josh take over the play-by-play as he calls the action again, playing some 2-5, no limit hold'em.
So we got deuces, threes, and 10 jack suited, the player hand. Marshall in seat 4 with the 10 jack. He picks up a jack on the flop and a heart redraw. So he's got the best of the best of it.
$25 American dollars.
45.
Comes out betting. Yeah, this should be open and shut. I mean, deuces and threes, you kind of want to see a deuce or a three on
All in
the
three
flop.
flush.
You keep going.
All in
I'm gonna put you in a fucking headlock for about 2 seconds. How about that?
Got a new player coming
Hello.
in.
What'd you have?
On this end?
All right, dead button.
Monster.
5.
He did tell me his name, but I've forgotten it.
It happens, man. Don't worry about it.
I gotta write stuff down. I'm getting older now.
Fiend for Starboy. He says, how can I play on the stream? The easy thing to do is come on in Thursday.
I'm like, I have a weird feeling in Jack's
Tell
not
Cynthia, who's at the hostess, tell her, hey, I want to play on the live stream today. And Thursday is honestly the best day to do it. Come on in and play on the live stream.
I got some in here. I'll give to him.
He's giving it me out.
So that 100
Legend's here. I hop in here, and the guy flops a royal. Yep, that's what happens when you get here, Legend.
Couple hundred on there, too.
I want to say thanks everybody for checking in early on in the show. Also, follow and subscribe to us right here on Twitch, and follow and subscribe to us on YouTube also.
Third best.
Is it automatic straddle, guys?
No.
No, they're just curious. Raise to 35.
So we got them started. So they're a little bit lubed up now. They're over the jitters.
Yeah.
You can see they're letting it fly now.
Seems that way, yeah.
Fold.
Alan's in a good spot right now because Corey's right now giving him a massage. Corey is absolutely wonderful. We've talked to her on the show before. She's been on the show a couple times. She actually told me during Kentucky Derby Day she gave an 8-hour massage. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
I just can't even fathom. You know, it was one of her best paydays she's ever had.
Sure.
But 8 hours of massaging, I just can't even imagine.
But if I'm going 500 pre-flop, I got
Oh, that seems like a long day.
It sure does. And I thought my job was tough, you know, but that's some work right there.
I knew it was coming.
Call for it. I thought the call for the paired board.
Face that was
came in
priceless.
last.
That was priceless.
I knew
Cindy
That's
would
even
give me wrong.
And you had my ace too? You had ace? Oh, I was gonna say, I thought you had ace jack.
You hit 2 pair on the flop.
All right, straddle
came
all
in
buttons.
last.
Oh, I did.
2 pairs.
Actually, it was 4.
I'd at least be you.
4th out of 4.
Fold.
Jeez.
Call. 10. Fold.
Furiously texting right now, Mike. I'm trying to get everybody
Are you?
on watching live.
That's the way to do it. You know, it really is. And we have, it's the first time we've had
50.
2 female dealers, which I think is awesome on the show today. Cindy, who's now become a regular on the show, she does a fantastic job. That's Peachy. And also today we have Wendy Lynn on the show too, for the first time. So it should be a great show on a Thursday afternoon here at PBKC. Scott Winby says, "Go Alan." Yeah, Alan's a great guy. He's in seat number 1. That's the driver.
Were you there the day that Maury said that? And then the Russian kid snapped back with, you need to learn who to
A lot of action on this hand. Top flops 2 pair.
Were you there when
Walter's
I
got
told him
top,
he's
top.
from Eastern Bloc Europe and he had 0 idea what I was talking
Nick
about?
in there
He
with pocket
flipped out
9s.
thinking
He
it was
also
some
has
sort
a
of
gut
like
shot.
racing.
So
I was like, dude, you're part of
interesting
it.
hand here.
Vladimir.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Vladimir.
He's a nice kid.
Yeah.
Very good. I used to hate.
Yeah,
out
that's what I
swinging.
meant. Excuse me, he is.
Scotty Win Baby, that's you, man. Scotty
I
Win
beg your
Baby.
pardon, because I know that.
So, you know, some of the Twitch names,
You know what he does,
and I'll be honest, I don't even have a Twitch yet. I haven't even, you know, because I'm on the PBKC poker Twitch all the time, I haven't even broken down and made my own Twitch yet. But I'm sure a lot of the names are taken.
She is too.
And
talking about Vaden?
you know, sometimes on here I'm like, I have no idea what that is.
Yeah.
I just can't read
Very
it.
artistic and creative.
It is. It really is.
No, she might be. He's chess because they asked me to skate their little boy, and in 6 months he's 3.
Yeah.
Or 2 or whatever. He's gonna
All
be like
in.
that.
Yeah, there's the action. Kind of knew it was coming. I'm impressed with Nick for getting away from the 9s. I mean, it's not hard to fold a gut shot, but
Fiend for Starboy. Yeah, that is, yeah, I kind of figured that one out, Starboy.
I'm a star boy.
No, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I might have learned a little bit from Lee. Maybe a
Ah, he drops it. That's good.
good old glizzy.
The Jack's held up that time, sir.
This is very different, this table today, just for the simple fact that a majority of the guys on the table, with the exception of Allen in seat 1 and Linnell, I believe he's in seat 8, have never been on the show before. I mean, maybe 1 or 2 have stuck in there, come in late, but for the most part,
I think you're right. I don't think any of them have.
yeah, we got a bunch of newcomers to the live stream today, which is great. Hope everybody that wants to come play the live stream, if you want to play on Friday nights, just talk to Vinny. Come on in on a Friday. See if Vinny's around. Talk to him about getting on the table. Or on a Saturday, talk to Rose about it. Come play some PLO on a Saturday. But Thursday's the easiest way to get on the live stream. Come in Thursday morning. Tell Cynthia at the front desk, hey, I want to play on the live stream, and she can get you in.
Yeah, we definitely like it. The Thursday, that's the bonus of that game. It's that, you know, we have Rose's game and we have Vinny's game. And this is just everybody's game.
It is. It really is.
55, yeah. Full.
We're fortunate a character like Linnell likes to play. He's good for the
He
game.
is. He's been on here, I want to say this is his at least 3rd or 4th time on the show. And like I mentioned before, he's a great guy. I don't know him personally, but just from seeing his, you know, his personality, everything, he's the kind of guy I like to hang out with. He's a funny guy, and he's also the kind of guy that he doesn't like running bad, and that's what he does on this show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, not a bad flop for that hand.
About what you would expect to happen on that hand.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is the first time I've been on every live stream. Unfortunately for the people that listen, I have been on every live stream. But today we have Josh. I like to call him the mayor. I like to call him the tall guy. This is easily the tallest broadcast team we've had so far on the show. And we're just going to have a great time here on a fun Thursday afternoon. There's a lot of stuff going on right now around PBKC. A lot of the employees are across the street filling backpacks for local school kids. We have a lot of charity events going on right now. We have the card show, our 3rd card show coming up this Sunday, which should be a lot of fun, with a live broadcast from ESPN Radio and J-Mart, which should be awesome, coming up this Sunday. There's a lot to talk about today. And again, Josh Alderman, first time on the show. He's usually producing the show. This is the first time he's actually been able to have his phone while the show is going on, because he's not allowed to have a phone in the broadcast booth where he is doing the production in the hidden room, just because of the fact that for legal things, he can't have a cell phone. So today's the first day he can actually tell his friends, hey, check out the show. I'm on here.
That's right. And I'm fighting myself not to judge the production quality.
Of course you are.
We've got some good guys in the booth, so they're doing a good job.
Shout out to, who is it? Ron, you said? Cornbread Ron and Wes.
Cornbread Ron and Wes.
Yeah, we got to get both those guys on the broadcast sometime too. I think they'd both be have a great time on here. Who are we missing right now? We're missing no, somebody's in seat.
That's Linnell.
Okay,
Yeah, he just stepped away.
We have nobody in seat 9 right now. I'm sure that'll change in the very near future.
Let's see. That's Greg or Nick? I think that's Nick. He's
Okay.
playing. I think he's playing the 9 spot.
He's playing the 9
But
spot.
he's sitting more
in
close
seat
to 10.
Okay.
Okay, this is so
That
you guys can
explains it then.
verify how I am the entertainment.
We're all trying to justify.
Alan's got the
No, just
straddle.
please, you just don't
I wonder if that goes towards his pre-flop raise. I didn't even ask that.
You just sit there and don't justify anything.
There's things on the show today. If you ever had a question about any of the stats that are put up or anything with the broadcast, today is the day to come into the chat right here on Twitch and ask, because Josh is the person that knows everything. He's the guy that we're never able to talk to. We actually, while the broadcast is going on, have no contact with him.
Quite on purpose.
Exactly. And if you have any questions, today is the day to put them right here in the chat on Twitch. If you watch it on YouTube, go to Twitch on your phone, come in the chat room. We're going to have a great time today.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends, tell your family. If you like the show, subscribe and follow us. If you don't like the show, subscribe and follow us. Tell all your friends and family. It's the place to be right here on Thursday afternoon, where you're at work live stream. That's what we are.
That's correct.
You better bet big now. At least get me out.
You get it live, and everybody else watches the video later.
Exactly. Could be right in here for the action. We started out today with some action. Right now, I'm sure it's driving you absolutely crazy that it's not, the flop is not centered on the camera. I can only imagine what you're going through right now.
That's by design. We made a choice on that.
That's
one.
good.
We,
That's
we
good.
like the way the background looks better now. We moved it a little bit.
Good,
That means
good.
that we've offset that a little bit.
It is. Yeah.
But the graphics come up in a way that should mean that it's okay.
Okay, good.
But, we're going to find out through the process of this
You
stream.
sure will. I mean, that's the thing about this stream is every stream we've learned something new. We're trying to be better every single stream. We're gonna run into issues here and there. It's just part of all this technology we're using and the RFID and everything. So just come in here, have a good time. We're gonna have a good time today. It's a nice Thursday afternoon. Again, we're at PBKC, 1111 North Congress Avenue here in West Palm Beach. And if you ever want to be on the show, we are conveniently located within walking distance of the Palm Beach International Airport.
Everybody's doing it, so.
The straddle's definitely
It's just highly
optional.
frowned upon not to.
Straddle.
It's optional?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't.
These guys are just gonna live and crawl off the whole day, huh? Just wanna get.
Steve's finding out it's not a mandatory straddle. That's good.
40.
I think the mandatory straddle might help our interest in our viewership, though.
So, for sure.
I've been under the gun. What do you want me to raise there?
It doesn't take much to get these guys gambling. They're good for that.
Take it back, yeah. I'm not holding.
All right.
This hand is a good case in point.
Heads up.
I check.
Check. Check.
You're gonna let me get there again.
You won't get to regard it.
See, the 5's enough to keep him around.
Chicken nuggets.
You got there with the 5?
I did.
Oh, a brutal card right there would have been a 9, making them both 2 pair.
You're not so good against me, bro.
I know, it's gross.
That's ahead.
Thank you.
Showing off the jack. Still a friendly game. You know, a lot of these guys know each other, but some of them don't. They're like you said, they're in
All I know is
for the first time.
How this is like a video game.
Out of any of the shows, the Thursday show is the show that probably has the most people in it that maybe don't know each other that well, maybe don't know each other's style.
Right.
We've talked a lot on the show. I bring this up to
that number up.
Noah or Matt or whoever's on the show with me, and I say stuff like, if you're playing in this game, you know, after the first game, if you come back, it feels like, hey, you've accepted, like, you know, now people know your game a little bit. Now, some certain people you can kind of figure out, like some of the regulars, we kind of know their name, we know their game now.
Right. Kind of what to expect.
Exactly. These are the guys that you're going to see down at the cash games. You're going to see them
Yeah, they
downstairs.
make a $40 pot.
And
Absolutely. Everybody you're seeing on screen right now, you have a chance to play with 4 or 5 days a week.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Since last week, they haven't been in that deck.
Alan Flop is a monster,
Somewhere.
but
Can find
I'm
back
not sure that's going to mean
to
anything.
make 1,000 in that hand. Have we figured it out yet? How you made 1,000 out of it?
You only bet 30 into a $30 pot, and
Yeah.
now you
Yeah.
see what happens.
Buttons right.
It's not going to mean that much for the driver.
The top
I was impressed with him last week. He varied his play a lot more. He was in a lot more hands.
I think that's what I was last Friday night show. I was really rooting for the Frog, Eddie the Frog, which I feel like everybody in the poker world knows Eddie the Frog by now. He's been on the show so many times.
Yesterday, too.
And I was really rooting for him. You know, he had a couple of bad moves last Friday night, like the queens that he obviously, you know, the kind of things like that. But
Could have been a little more aggressive in that
exactly.
spot, yeah.
I think everybody that's been on the show, you could watch yourself, you could kind of pick apart your game and kind of figure out, like, the next time out, come out and, you know, play differently.
There are certain players by the numbers that are just playing well.
Yeah.
Eddie's one of them. Billy's one of them. Billy who plays, he's another one
Raise
where
35.
it's a tournament thing to play optimally. But for your VPIP to be around 40 and your pre-flop raise to be around 30,
Yeah.
when you're playing in that range, you're protecting your hands well enough, you know. So it's he plays really well, and
Somebody's got to show face.
that's not always rewarded.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
I remember you explained that to me, I want to say a couple of weeks ago, and it made me have a lot more respect for the guys like the Frog. They might not play a lot of hands. They might not have the highest VPIP. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for a live show. We want a lot of action.
Yeah, get
We
'em
want
in
guys
there.
playing all hands, you know, kind of like Jordan did on this show last week. We had a guy named Wilfredo that was on a Wednesday show that had a VPIP over 90%. That's what makes it a lot of fun to watch and to broadcast with, but it's the guys that are walking away with nice stacks of chips every single week, like the frog, that we have to have a lot of respect for.
Right.
I'd like to thank you for saving me.
Well, if you're playing it, you're doing it on purpose. You know, some guys are out here just to have fun. Some guys play to win all the time. You know.
Yep, the Story Dude, that's one of our friends. He plays tournaments here. He's asking, when are you picking the big dog ticket winner? We're going to do that on the Saturday, July 31st show. It's going to be a Saturday afternoon show, one of Rose's table, and that's when we're going to pick that winner. So not this Saturday, but next Saturday, which is, it's crazy to think that July is already gone almost, pretty much. I mean, it's already the 22nd of July, and it just feels like, you know, it's flown by. I'm sure August is going to fly by too. This year is just, it's flying.
It's like having a real year after having a phantom year. Like everybody, we talk about last year and we mean 2019.
Of course. Legend says, "Don't pick me for it." No, is that reverse psychology, Legend? I like that.
I'm not sure. I think I know who Legend is.
He said Josh is the man, so I think you do know who that is. Yeah, Josh is the man. I'll be honest with you. That is absolutely true.
If he is who I think he is, he might not qualify for a ticket.
Okay.
I have a bad feeling when I finally decide to close my eyes and call, I'm going to get
You know, you beat me twice with Ace King when I had pocket queens yesterday, too. You know that.
I did.
Right?
I'll give you one out right now. It's either do 50 on the side or I'm going to swack you.
Hey, you can take a shot if you want. You might be surprised at what you find.
He is a legend, by the way.
Is he?
Is that the story?
That's the thing. Actually, people come in here and it's sort of like Tim Wright. He's the kind of guy. He's a gamer. I had no idea and could never imagine Tim as being a gamer. And he has a handle right here on Twitch where you have no idea who he is. So if I didn't know, every time Nitro signs in, I'm like, who is this? And then he starts talking to us like he knows us, and I'm like, but that's the thing about Twitch. Sometimes I'd almost like if, you know, because Josh is the man. DMOJ111 just said that too, and that means you have to guess who that is.
All right.
Hold.
Well,
Wendy will put a 5 on this flop.
not this flop. Nope. Nick with pocket queen said he didn't want to see a flop. Does that carry over to the next flop story, dude?
Alright, small blind.
She would have.
At least 4 guys.
I think you might be right.
Alan? Four?
I don't believe in the man.
Just that one.
Oh, we obviously know that. That you don't have to lie, dude. The cameras don't lie.
It's the first time we ever had Wendy on the live broadcast. It's great to see her on here. A lot of her friends and family are watching right now.
That's correct.
And that's awesome. So shout out to Wendy.
Yes, please.
Does a fantastic job here. It's a fan favorite.
Go heavy
Her
underwater,
first time
please.
dealing on
Thank
the
you.
show, and I hope she's having a good time because she's doing a great job.
Funny story. I think Wendy helped me when I
Tell us
played.
you're doing the right thing.
Well,
Yeah.
that's one of the things, you know, we're going to talk for a long time. Whenever somebody comes on the show that hasn't been on the show, I want to ask you
Yeah, don't
questions
start learning how to play now.
about how you would play things. I'm going to ask questions about your history with poker, you know, how you feel that the game is going right now, all these different things. So just get ready for that.
Absolutely.
Thank you, buddy.
Linnell's got K9.
I'm looking for my cell phone.
Very popular hand at the dog crack.
My cell phone with just the 5 left.
Try to call it. Trying to figure out where my amps are.
Just add it.
Oh, it's right there.
Now Alan lays it down.
Run down the participants right now at the table. Seat 1, he's been on the show quite a few times. That is our favorite limo guy. That's Alan. Seat 2 is Steve. Doc is in seat 3. Marshall is in seat 4. Greg is in seat 5. 6 is Jason. Seat 7 is Walter. Seat 8 is Linnell. We know Linnell very well. And
I'm just
playing
gonna straddle
in
for you
seat
out of your
9,
stack
but
every time you're
closer
hand
to
you're
sitting
gone.
in seat 10 is Nick.
Didn't give him a card, right? No?
I like that. Matt
All right.
Fagan
Nice.
called the
Okay.
canine something. I don't think he called it the old Rusty, but
Yeah.
I do like that. That's now my favorite combination, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely.
Call.
Marshall's good for 1,000 with this gun for sure.
Call.
For sure.
Can't tell you how many times I've heard people try to explain away their poor play with that hand
Yeah.
because they were here.
Oh, yeah,
If they were anywhere else, they wouldn't play it.
I
but
could see that, yeah. Marshall's playing the 7. No, he had the 7 deuce. I don't know if they're going to play 7 deuce today. You know?
I haven't heard that prop yet.
No.
All right, 6
I'm an extremely
players.
disciplined player.
This is all over the map, though. This kind of flop can hurt or help.
Check orbit.
Yeah, see. We got Linnell opening up with 6-4. He's got a straight flush draw. But Nick makes two pair on the flop.
We have a raise, 125.
This
Fold.
fucking
I mean, that's
Fold.
a,
Fold.
that's a raise.
This fucking blows.
125 to call. Fold.
He'll probably call here. It's 80. And depending on what he picks up on the turn,
Put chips up there, it's a Dr. Pepper.
you could see some excitement.
I never expect them back.
They're going to a good home.
Go. Two players, check orbit, check. Well, bet 180.
That's enough to call, really. They bet, what was it, 125 on the flop? Yeah. Got 490 in, he's bet 180. Great deal of concentration going on in there.
Call 180.
Story dude says that was a $240 spot. Make him pay.
Check.
That's right.
Check.
Well, that's the only way you make the money. You make the draw hands play, or
Queens and
you know,
fives.
pay.
Whoa.
You had a book
Because
of
I know I'm
outs.
breaking everything, bro. I normally fucking play huge pots there and I'll check calling just to minimize it. Oh, I miss everything with them. But this guy
Thank
can't
you.
fucking backdoor clubs to chop it up.
Big blind.
I have no doubt in my mind that at some point today, Josh is going to just freeze in action, thinking he's still producing the show. I have a feeling you gotta get yourself out of the zone.
Additional 300.
I reached for the keyboard earlier when I saw the stats come up while they were in the hand.
Sit 8, additional 300.
Stories dude says you saw those
Yes,
fives
that's me,
though,
guys.
right? Yep, we saw.
Yeah.
them.
Another fucking 300. Yes.
Those fives. I think somebody dumped a 5.
Straddle. Action on him. Raise to 30.
It's even
Fold.
crazy, but
Fold.
fucking brick deuce comes out or a rook 7.
Margin.
You know, I get paid.
Call 30.
A couple of gentlemen at the table today.
Call
Something we
30.
haven't seen a lot of are actually wearing masks, which
Yeah.
you know, masks are
Call 30.
optional here. We've been optional with masks essentially since Governor DeSantis came and said that, and the FCC or
Five players.
who was that came out and said that
The CDC,
the
yeah.
CDC came out and said
Check orbit. Check.
masks were optional. We've been mask optional. If you want to come here and play with a mask, and
Check.
that's up to you.
Check.
Yeah. There's concern. I got my vaccine, so
Yeah, so did I. I mean,
I'm gonna go without a mask.
we've talked
Bet.
about that a lot.
115.
Just personally, me
Fold.
and Josh and a lot of the people here, and but if you do want to wear a mask, come on out
Fold.
and wear a mask.
I've known Marshall, but not as a dealer. I dealt to most
Raise.
everybody,
350.
but I haven't dealt to him. This is an interesting move here. I wasn't sure if he was going to try to call or, but you know, he takes it to 350. So he's putting the pressure on Walter. Walter's got second pair, but he was playing his position a little bit there, you know. So he could easily let this one go,
Some people do.
Some people are like this.
and that's just how a semi-bluff works.
Yeah, that's what Noah talks about on the show a lot is semi-bluff.
Sure. Well, he's got potential. He doesn't have a hand,
Yeah,
but he's got potentially.
he
a hand.
does.
Yeah. Looks like Walter's going to call him.
Yeah, I actually just pulled it out. to see how much that's on it.
Go 350.
The first hand that registered was your guys' three-way hole.
For me,
That's the first hand they show? I mean, they missed like the whole beginning of everything that was good.
What's the first hand they showed?
So three-way
my
hole.
aces, jacks, ace, king.
Okay.
And I'm still behind on you.
They showed that
You
video.
I'm like 4. Yeah.
But they missed the whole beginning.
Last place there.
I'm literally in last place with pocket aces. And you
But they
guys are
won't be able to
pre-flop
figure out
calling
why I called
500.
the jacks.
They missed the jack 9 against
Well,
jack
you
10,
called
the
it.
Plus
4-5
50,
against
that's
ace
football for all
queen.
in. It looks like he,
Yeah.
well,
Otherwise, it looked like a donk course.
Marshall's a maniac. I just know I could tell you. He hit the shit out of that.
Luckiest flop of my life.
No, the jack was the luckiest flop. He had 1 out.
Did hit the shit out of it.
But yet I can miss 29 outs.
looks like he's got a good read on
When
it.
I asked you next time to do it,
All
twice.
in.
The river, you know?
When I
He's
next
called.
All in for this.
You got anything?
You know what? I played PLO when I did
I
twice.
hadn't heard him say they were going
I
to
never
run
did
it
PLO.
twice.
First one and
I
split
never
the
do
second.
I
PLO
wouldn't
twice.
at this point.
All in for 273.
What is your take on running it twice?
Once.
I'd like to win the pot or lose the pot. You know, oh my gosh, that's a brutal one. The ducks, running ducks.
This is where I say, and I missed 23
I had
outs
the hard
3 times.
drive, too.
Went in with a heart draw and came out with
You
trips.
sound like Kobe with that laugh. Kobe, you listening? Listen to that. That's what you sound like.
That's definitely an evil laugh.
That's what he sounds
That
like.
is fun.
No,
That's an evil laugh.
You kind of have a fun
Yeah.
laugh. I got your laugh. This is like,
Marshall, go play the lottery or something.
Like Legend says, OMG.
Buy-in.
When you run good, you're good.
That's right.
That's it, yeah.
Thank you.
Actually,
I asked Ryan after our stream on Friday,
Big ride.
yeah, if he was comfortable with that horseshoe under his chair like that. Bree to make sure I knew that he had the whole horse under him.
Exactly. I think he's going to enjoy sitting in seat 1.
Yeah.
The one thing about Ryan, and we're both tall, big guy. I'm obviously a big guy. You're a tall
6'7",
guy.
600
You know,
coming.
you could see him clearly in seat 1. And I think they say he even went downstairs and just killed it that night.
Yeah.
Donald 10.
I don't blame you, man. You play all that other garbage, you win everything else. What's the difference?
Yeah, when it's your night, it's your night.
45.
It is.
Or day, in this case.
Yeah, exactly. I want to say hi to everybody watching from the Philippines. Wendy, I actually tagged her on Facebook
The
and
worst part
on
is catch it and catch it. So
Instagram.
nobody's gonna know. The whole
Post I
world
just sent out
understands,
about
but
half an hour ago. We have a lot of people watching in from the Philippines. So I'd like to say welcome everybody.
What
If
did I
you
miss?
like the
What did I
show,
miss
please
on that
follow
hand?
us
Did I-
and
was
subscribe
it
to us
a,
right here
all in
on
Jack 9
Twitch,
high
or if
against
you're
Jack
watching
10.
on
And
YouTube,
what,
go ahead and subscribe to us on YouTube also.
Jack high one.
With
Nothing.
nothing.
the board.
You won that hand?
I won with 3
With
I won
Jack
with
high.
three
With Jack high.
Now that's
No,
gross, my
10
man.
high.
Salamat.
Now that's some gross
I believe
shit.
that's thank you for watching.
It was king,
Or
queen,
thank
flop.
you.
Where am I going?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Get it all in?
I'm still
That's my one
What else?
Tagged word.
That's it.
Yep, the only word I know in the
I know I always have a
Bet
big hand.
let's
in the
hope
Philippine language. One of them.
Let's hope that's right
Yeah,
then.
like
Really.
I wish I would have had two.
I'm not going to be an ambassador anytime soon.
No.
I didn't think I had a
It's like
king
when
or
you're a
queen.
kid,
I
you
had
know,
a
and
small pair.
or when I was in school at least, it's like, you don't even think in Spanish yet, like all the
Small
bad
bit.
words.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to say that, that's for sure. PBKC needs a TikTok. Yeah, that's,
We're working on that.
we've been talking about that for a long time. I'll be honest with you, I know nothing about TikTok. I know that it's absolutely
I might not go
addicting.
back and
And
watch
that's
this
the
show,
thing
but
about it. It's like you start watching one video, and then 8 hours later, you're just like, what
That's right,
did
what
I just
happened?
do with my day?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, little behind the scenes info, I happen to know Noah set up our TikTok.
Oh, really?
Today.
Today?
So we're going to be working on that,
Okay,
getting
good.
that up going. We want to reach out with everybody. I think we have a quality product here. I think our players are the best players in the world. They're the most fun. And,
Yeah.
you know, that's what we want to show. These guys are just having a good time.
Raise. Total of 60.
And hopefully that, we get other people coming in to have a good time.
How do we know which
Oh,
cameras?
Lord.
Four,
No.
Is this one working?
Yeah.
Or this one?
What's it say, SOS?
He's part ham, I think.
I know which one works.
One
Oh,
over
they
the
like
What-
him.
what- Is he asking for somebody?
Aw, that's
I love
sweet.
you, Ruby and Jade. Oh, that's so sweet. Ruby says, good luck and we miss you. That's RW Bick
Now
says.
that's where it's
Thank
running
you.
around finding our
Yeah,
camera.
Linnell's been the only
That was
person on the
working
show
right
that
there.
writes notes. The last time he wrote a note, he was asking for Mario, and Mario came down. So
All right.
Linnell usually gets what he asks for in those notes. So
Yeah.
I know in the production side, we avoid him like the plague
Yeah,
whenever he does that.
Today was a good one. I honestly say. And again, Linnell, when you watch this show back, Ruby says, "Good luck," and that they miss you.
I'm knitting it up over here.
Wow. Rock it up. You want a rack?
That's
Lock it up,
one
lock
of the
it up.
best things about this show is
You
that
want a rack or what?
people, children too, children aren't even allowed in this second
Raise
floor
45.
poker.
Raise it.
Fold.
But you can sit here and watch your dad or your uncle or your cousin or your friend or your mom or your aunt or whoever. You can sit at home or on your phone where a lot of people are watching and watching them play and do what they love. And that's one of my favorite things about this live stream right
But
now.
you're running bad.
I am, but it's got to change.
I know.
You know? Eventually, got to change.
Check or bet?
I'll check.
Check, check.
Uh-oh.
Check or bet? Check.
I'm gonna let you get there on the river, kid.
You probably are.
Sorry.
I
He
check.
did not.
Ship it.
Oh,
You got a pair?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
I needed you too.
thought he had the wheel when I'm doing that.
Yeah, you
Two pairs.
Story Dude says, if no one needs some help, I'll gladly consult. Talking
Very
about
good.
TikTok.
Yeah.
gotta start somewhere.
You just need to practice bringing him back to you instead of giving him away.
Yeah, sometimes on the show, like the story dude said,
He's
ace,
right.
queen, spades, open, fold, that
Oh,
couldn't have been
No,
right.
no, no,
You
no.
know, sometimes we
Put your money in,
question
fish. We need
the
some of that money back.
the integrity of
Not
the
taking all of it.
RFID, but you know, a lot of times, like last week with Frog and his queens, it is correct.
Yeah. You never know what these guys are thinking.
A very enforced guy tonight.
Fold.
Sitting next to me, taking chips off the top.
A lot of times a hand loses its value
Call.
as they get closer to the blinds.
Raise
Oh.
25.
Big raise, guys.
I don't know about these guys and folding in that spot.
Yeah.
but,
Fold.
I'm running out of money.
Pop sweetener.
I can see it if you're not feeling it.
Oh,
Let
for
'em
sure.
go.
Call 25.
Excellent call.
Call 25.
Two of my best friends.
But he's probably right.
That's okay.
I would say so.
Table's so broad, so wide, right? You need a little crap
One
rake.
for me, that's
Yeah, you need a
right.
little crap rake.
Oh, my deuce is there.
Check or bet?
Go ahead and make it 40.
Bet 40. Check 40.
Let's see.
Oh, snap call.
No likes it.
Marshall call
Top
40.
pair.
Heads up.
4 on the turn.
Marshall, I think,
Four of diamonds.
thinks he's got his number.
4 diamonds, Marshall.
4 diamonds?
You don't
Is
have it,
that
right?
the card you need?
Four
Let me
diamonds.
make sure I don't have it in my hand.
That's what I'm asking.
Oh,
Ah,
that
it was a
close.
4.
That was
Check
very
or
close.
bet?
I did say diamond.
That was
Give
very
me some
close.
outs.
Bet
You gotta bet your
55.
hand.
Just so you know, you're gonna see it, so you don't always think I bluff you.
Yeah, I know you bluffed me.
No, I call you down.
This could work
but I
both
don't bluff
ways.
you.
You know, it sounds like he's talking him out of it, which might talk him into it.
Not
Yeah.
always.
Pretty sure you have bluffed me before.
Tell me what you got, man. I'll tell you where you're at.
I don't have anything, as usual.
Then you're a little behind.
Yeah, but I know you probably don't have anything either.
Can you get there?
I could get there.
Then you have a chance.
We can
Don't
see
have
the outs,
anything,
Marshall.
You're behind.
It's not a big number.
But you do have the I can get there
I
factor.
do hate folding the best hand.
He's got the power button. That's what's going on. This is like an anime character.
Come on, man. Let me get it, man. I have kids. Thank you.
That was a big fold. Very big fold.
Fold.
He has it.
Big
I
fold.
had it.
Six no good.
But
No
now
good.
I'll show you the
Button
other one.
moves.
Thank you.
Can't show you the other
No
one.
good.
How often does that "let me get it, I have kids" thing work?
You know, it's rare.
Rare.
It's rare that
Very
it's
rare.
employed, and probably rarer still that it works.
Your wife's gonna see that you added me.
I had nothing.
This is where I make a comeback.
Yeah,
All
one
the
of the
money,
things
guys.
that we haven't
it.
mentioned on the show yet today, which I will, is the Big Dog ticket giveaway. Story Dude, or one of our friends
Ledge.
asked us a little bit earlier, or maybe it was
Yeah.
Legend, about when we're actually going to give away that Big Dog ticket, and that's going to be given away
Oh,
right here on Rose's
man.
game, July
The other one
31st,
doesn't
that
match.
Saturday afternoon.
All right.
All you
Steal
have
my
to
deuce.
do
Steal my deuce.
is hit
Game of spades,
exclamation
exposed card,
and
man.
enter, and you can
Clubs.
enter. You can accumulate up to 100 tickets. It just gives you a better chance of winning that one seat that we're giving away for the Big Dog.
Position that's hard for me. Fold, fold.
I'm noticing a trend in this table. I don't know if anybody else is. It's the mask. Both guys
Ten.
with the mask are killing the game.
The guys in the masks are killing
Yeah,
it.
They're
That's
rocking
it.
the game.
Option.
Yeah, it's pretty
Option taken.
Let me
$60
take
a call.
Start with 1,000, so it's basically double.
Call 60. Call
Marshall, how much of that do you want to take home? Just so I know.
It
You don't want to
depends.
bother going to the cage.
I figure this would be good for like
It's up.
3 martinis. I think, you know, like each one about $800.
Can we get a martini from Marshall?
Cocktails!
Six.
Cocktails.
Okay.
Yeah, we need a dirty martini, extra dirty, hold the honors. Not that I know this guy.
Bet
Yeah,
110.
Story
Don't worry, he
one
doesn't
ticket.
like y'all.
Yeah,
I got his all
that's
the
the
time.
story, dude. He's
Never gone to
a
you, don't
tournament
worry.
guy. I hope he wins that. That'd be great to see him with a free ticket to the big dog.
How does he do it? Exclamation
Exclamation enter, yeah.
All right.
See, it doesn't work with enter exclamation. It's very touchy like that.
Syntax.
Yeah.
Fold.
No, I'm used to that. I grew up with a Commodore 64.
Oh, did you? Nice. That's
Its favorite thing to say to me was syntax.
yeah. Whenever I'm making fun of somebody for an older computer, I always say, "What is that, Commodore 64?" You know?
Oh, here we go.
And Marshall leading the way, 2.7K.
It works when you hit running
For the
deuces.
pair, I made a mistake on the turn.
I'm gonna break the monotony. How about that? I'm
Big
breaking.
flop raise, 20%.
Break it.
2 aces.
You'd
right,
expect.
it was another $500.
That's usually
Walter's
how it
been
works.
fairly active. We're early yet, though.
Yeah,
Play.
F you, Marshall. I love you.
Listen, there's many times I drive all the way home. F you, Marshall.
Fold.
just out of the
Fold. Fold.
Well, no, there's reasons for
Seems
it.
like
that you can
Linnell and
see.
Marshall have a really good
You know,
relationship
they've
on the
met,
same.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, come on, guys.
I
Really?
can't help
Raise,
it. And
45.
maybe your
You guys are done.
your
let me
daughter's a
know.
little
Oh,
older than
45?
my kids.
I
My
only play
kids
the
are
nuts.
6 and 8.
Yeah.
Every time I see the name Marshall, the first thing I think of is Paw Patrol
Yeah.
the show, and
You got tired of
that's the Dalmatian's name. That's like a
Call
fireman.
45.
Yeah.
Ace King is
Every
definitely
time
out
I
of
see
your
that
range.
name, I'm like, the first thing I'm thinking,
Call
like,
45.
man, what am I watching here?
I wouldn't know what to do with
Hints
it.
you didn't know how to play.
I don't know what to do with it. I just ship it in every time I see it. I'm like, oh, wee.
Yeah, no,
Alright,
we,
well, hey.
fortunately, I
Out of these four
didn't
guys.
hit much of the Paw Patrol.
You
I
missed
was
Paw
right,
Patrol.
aged out of that one.
good to call him, too good to fold.
Some of the
Check,
kids shows
alright.
are actually
Right.
pretty fun.
Check, check.
Yeah. He's a fire marshal, exactly. No, you're right, story. Yeah, I was right. He's not a
Check.
fireman, he's a fire marshal.
115.
Bet 115.
Just wish we had somebody on the table today named Chase, so I could say Chase is on the case.
Okay. Greg put in the raise. He's got a gut shot. So he's gonna let it go.
Fold.
Well, see, now he had ace queen.
I don't think Marshall you would have folded my hand here.
You know? Probably not.
But the guy that bet it had 185 behind. So
Thank
One
you.
of the things on
it
this
would have
show,
been
and
potato
you
pie
made
there?
it famous, honestly, for putting it up so often. And we fell in love with VPIP.
VPIP, sure.
And the one thing about
You know,
VPIP
they get a
is
free
we talk
car
about it so
on
often on the
you,
show. That's the number one statistic you put out
Listen, you
all
should,
the
you're
time.
almost there already with
And,
all the money
I
you
really
gave me.
love to
Justin
see somebody
Justin
over
put a new roof
90%,
on my
which
house.
rarely ever happens. We only had on the show
Justin,
maybe
you
You
twice.
shouldn't be able to last at the table.
No, you shouldn't. Jordan from last week,
drug dealer.
Fold.
and then
I'm gonna take
Wilfredo, who
75
played on the
whatever
show
it is,
for a month
I
ago.
want.
Both
When somebody's not sure
sadly
what
stayed
you do,
over
it's
the
a drug dealer.
90%
Do
mark.
whatever.
It's
You're
almost
giving it.
impossible.
Call 5.
But one of the things about it, everybody says
No, he's
that are regulars of the show, I want to hire VPIP. I think that at all,
Everything
their
somebody
want
tells me,
team
I'm like,
to get that number higher is going to change their game plan.
who the
Right.
fuck is going to get consulting from you? Like, I mean,
It's interesting.
You'd be surprised at the things.
Voluntarily
Raise
put in
35.
pot.
more
Yeah,
retarded people
exactly.
than you, for sure.
All they got to do is play every
You're
hand,
not
and
the
they'll
most
go right up.
Oh, for sure, yeah. That's what we've seen on the show.
This time call 35.
1-800.
Legend, have a safe trip. He's off.
Call 35.
Solid commentator. We appreciate that. Right now, it's 9
Call.
handed.
It is.
4 players.
There's nobody actually in seat number 10 right
Extra
now.
dirty martini. No.
Thanks, Ledge. Oh,
That's for you.
fireworks
Check.
on the
You
flop.
don't drink.
Nick got in there with ace jack, Walter with ace 10. Steve,
All in.
the infamous 5 deuce of hearts. We've seen that already today.
Come for the LSD extravaganza.
See if it works for him like it did for Marshall.
They're roofing a Viagra.
Yeah.
That'll really get them going.
They won't know what to do with them in the emergency room.
See, both of these guys, they don't have top pair, so they both
Who's
are
the
probably
top 10
behind and know
unconscious
it.
on the gurney?
But they
We
both
don't know.
have the same, well,
Fold.
there he goes. He had the gut shot with the queen.
Marshall was in this hand. He
Nick's
probably
got the
had
queen gut
ace
shot,
against
too.
kings, Jacks and tens,
But
or aces.
there's an old saying about drawing to a straight when there's a flush on board. You know.
Yep.
Ball 136 on in.
So we're gambling.
That's what we like to do here.
Overlap is what I wanted you to have. That's what I wish.
Oh, we got some special
Oh,
requests.
running fives this time. Oof.
We need some alcohol
All right,
for
well.
C4 and 5 ASAP.
Jack.
Jack is
We
good.
need to get these guys going.
Almost call that ace
Oh, Nick's good.
I had some backdoor action.
Maybe they'll give him a mask.
Yeah, you had a lot
It's
of
actually
alcohol.
exclamation enter. Yes, it's touching. It's not enter exclamation. 0931877069 That has a flow to it. It really
Sure.
does.
Jenny, is that Jenny's number?
No, I think that's 86753.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no, but just hit exclamation enter, and that's how you enter. You can accumulate up to 100 tickets, and we're going to give away to one of our lucky viewers a big dog ticket. The big dog ticket a big dog's now become a multi-flight. That changed a couple of weeks ago. We're going to have 2 flights on Friday, August the 6th, 2 on Saturday, August the 7th, and day 2 is going to be August 8th, and that's the day we're going to stream the final table right here on Twitch and YouTube.
Wilted grapes.
No, it's not wilted like the melon is like
Tenders, rice, on the side of
There's also going to be, I believe, 3 satellites. I was talking to Jamie, who's our tournament coordinator, does a fantastic job. I was talking to her a little bit earlier about the satellites, and we're planning for 3 satellites, 2 at night and 1 in the daytime. So there's plenty of ways to get into that big dog.
$10 to play.
C-Swan.
Not for anything.
09.
Really
Just
doesn't want
hit
to give
There you go.
enter, successfully bought a
I mean,
ticket.
let's be real here. We all do.
Hey, it starts with a fruit cup, you know what I mean? We'll work from there.
Go ahead and give me
Exclamation
$1.50
Yep.
fruit
You know,
cup
my
that's
daughter's in med school now,
expired 3
USF.
weeks ago.
There's so many things about Twitch that
Med school.
I have no idea about. Luckily, Noah knows a little bit about Twitch, but so many different things we have planned for the future, like emotes and all these other wonderful things, giveaways, obviously, like the big dog ticket.
Thank you.
But
Yeah, both
Twitch
of my
is
daughters went to
something
Parkvist.
that you can
Her daughter
just do
graduated with my daughter.
endless things on.
Back
Very
in
versatile.
17.
Overwhelming, but fun.
Your day was coming. Thank you. Good luck.
Parkvist is right on jog. It's like right and jog in between Hyperlux.
I haven't seen them do it. They did the bomb pod on the first hand. I haven't seen them do a bomb when they changed the gears. They were doing it.
It's the normal on this show, usually.
So they got away from that.
Oh, yeah.
Same thing?
No, they seem to just doing a town out there and stuff like that. That's directly across from Parkvist.
Here's a question that I pose to people on the show. You eat at the table. How do you feel about eating at the table?
I'm not a fan.
No?
No,
Not at all.
not a fan.
Did you say
That's a good school, by the way. That's why I
You
put
play
my
on a
kids
poker
in.
table for about 2 hours. You end up with a dark film on your hand. You can see, you know,
That's one of the best
and
public
it's every
schools
poker
out
table
there.
everywhere, basically.
Yeah, thank you.
But, yeah, just not appealing to
You're
me.
the hostess of the
Nah.
mostest.
They used to have, here, they would do
the game till you get back?
little cups of ranch and pretzels.
Getting some,
Maybe something like
Things like
that.
that,
You
yeah,
know,
little snacks. I get that, yeah.
Here. You don't
send it back.
come on. Have a seat.
I,
What's the cards?
No, don't delay.
you know,
me
it's
going
interesting
to
that they
the
sit and
gave
eat prime rib and mashed potatoes.
Like Paddock
That
Jerry.
might change it, you know.
We watch Paddock Jerry eat at least 1 steak a week on the show. We love him so much that, you know, that and he eats it the right way, like Linnell. Linnell ate his lunch earlier today, too. It's all about the forks.
Yeah,
He doesn't touch anything.
that's right.
And Paddock Jerry is the absolute master of that when he's on the show.
Oh, the best. You know, my favorite.
Oh, of all time. That's why it's actually in the intro to the show. Q.
I'm the alpha here, right?
Don't know if everybody's seen that, but that's Q eating a chicken wing on a fork, getting a massage while raising.
Living his life.
You know, there's
Right.
That was
Like,
living his best
Not
life.
outside, you're not my kryptonite, but here you're my kryptonite, man.
Oh,
I used to wear my mom. So until the first step.
There's never going to be a better
how
one than
bad
that.
you are as a
Eating
player.
Yes.
I'd never seen a chicken wing eaten with a fork before. That was all new to me.
Yeah.
Greg has 43% aggression frequency leading the way right now. Good luck, everyone. That's what Febby08 says. Thank you for checking in, Febby08. This is your first time checking in. Anybody who's on here, please follow and subscribe to us right here at twitch.tv/PBKC Poker, or it's a lot easier to watch this on YouTube. I know that because I have a smart TV. I'm a dumb user, but my TV is smart enough where I could just go on YouTube on my big screen at home and watch all the live streams of us playing poker right here on the live stream at PBKC. If you don't know where PBKC is, if you just joined us, we're right across the street from the Palm Beach International Airport right here in West Palm Beach, 1111 North Congress Avenue.
So apparently we're going to have to pay attention at around 2:03 to figure out what just rubbed Alan the wrong way.
Okay, well.
He was upset with his play just now.
What happens on this show constantly is we're on a 15-minute delay. And when you accept that and mentally prepare yourself for that, because everything we're seeing right now on the show happened 15 minutes ago. So when there's a dealer change and, you know, I look up and Cindy's like walking by and I'm like, wait, you're on TV right now. But it's that 15-minute delay gets you every time.
Oh, Febby says, good luck, everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks a lot, Febby. If you haven't already done so, follow us, like us here on Twitch and YouTube, and subscribe to us, too.
Whatever you want, Steve.
Oh, boy.
Once or twice.
Steve's all in again.
Full
He's
board
got pocket
twice.
tens this time. Full boards running it twice.
I like this.
Hey, you remember that now. C3, remember that. They ran it twice.
Take the top one, yeah.
You
That's
got
good.
that king?
So he's free rolling for the bottom now.
10.
And he gets the 10. Yeah, he's going to take the whole thing. Oh, wait a minute.
King.
Yeah, okay. Now he's going to take the whole thing.
Wait a minute, I like that.
Life can change in the turn of a card.
Yeah. The other guys that have been on the show here, Noah and Matt, they're both fully against running it twice.
Yeah.
And I have to get your answer. Is it a no for you?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm old school too. I mean, there's, you know, equity. There are things that you factor in just intuitively as you're playing. And running it twice really throws a wrench into all of that.
Thank you.
Let's go. This
There's
is how
only
the day started.
one guy I know
This is how we got out of it.
Wait, why now?
Just because I just
way of playing that he doesn't want to run it twice.
Oh, okay. Well,
So,
whatever.
accidental discharge, rack off. You
We're
can
good
call
on my.
him
Actually, you have the
Marky
best
Mark. He
position.
goes by a lot of names.
Real estate Jay.
Real Estate Jay. Okay. Oh, I remember Jay. Yeah.
Here comes the bomb.
You don't have to.
You're going to have a couple players sitting out apparently.
Are you considering not doing a bomb pot?
it, I'll do it.
Next time we got a dealer. Wow. Wow. This guy's not getting an invitation back to this game. He wants to lock up that win.
By the way, that's the second bomb pot I've ever done in my life.
Just so you know,
It is a gamble,
you're
Mike.
up today, but you're down
A lot of people
tomorrow.
don't like to gamble.
So you should continue to play till you get even.
That's my problem. I do it all the time.
Good, because
Noah
I'll pay your
constantly
beer. So
says
up here
to me
we
on the
really
show,
gotta
like,
put
are you
it
ready
in.
to play? Are you ready to get you on the table? And the first thing I ask is, am I going to be able to see everybody else's cards? And that's obviously no. And secondly, I'm always in. I'm about that action.
There you go.
I'm somewhere in this range.
9 players. Check.
9-3, 9-2.
Sounds like Big Mike.
Yeah, Big Mike. Yeah, done
About
that.
that action.
He is when he's running well and he has a lot of chips in front of him. He is. But, you know, when he gets conservative, that's not the Big Mike we know.
Yeah.
You too, Marshall.
I hated to see him. He got beat up pretty bad that
He did. He sure did. First time we saw him, he was in it.
Tough
Yeah.
look from Jay.
And attitude has a lot to do with it.
Of course.
You're about right.
You screw me on this one, man. We're gonna have problems doing that outside this place. Come on.
Come on.
All in.
Well, there you go. Walter went all in with 7-6.
First
He's
one's
got
good.
a wrap with a
No, good.
bottom pair.
First one's good.
Yeah, I know. This fucking guy.
Let's see.
Me, man.
The big bet came from Jason. Before that, he flopped 2 pair. That's going to clear out a lot of the field. This be interesting to see what Alan just did. He says he was upset with himself for laying down that flush draw. And this might be the hand he was talking about.
Well, of course, fuck you if we're not going to win this game. You know, why do I want to be in it if I'm not going to win it?
That's a big number, you know. The bet's 560, 570 roughly.
Want to phone a friend out?
Yeah.
Seem like you're a little
Oof.
confused.
Little pump fake there. Threw me off a little.
I like that pump fake.
Yeah, he let it go. It's probably going to be the hand he was discussing.
Yeah, you think so?
I just yeah, that's fine.
We'll run it twice.
Twice.
No, I got 2 pair.
Boom.
My first one I peeled was a 7,
2
Marshall.
boards.
Oh.
And there goes the heart. And the straight cut.
Dude, you're brutal, man.
There goes another heart. And the straight got there. So, oh wait, no, yeah, that is. Yeah, he got both of them.
Oh, he stopped it. I didn't know. Oh, the river.
I gotta take a break with you.
I dropped the boat.
There you go.
He's got to take a break right now.
Yeah.
He went
You're
off.
so dead in the water. I mean, on
Natural to get
well,
upset
not
with the
really.
dealer,
Yes,
but
you have out. Two boards.
Actually, he picked up 9 outs on both turns.
2 boards.
I had a 7 too, but I sucked.
That's every lucky once in my life.
Give me a
Story dude says, wow, how does it get there twice?
yeah.
When is she coming back?
Alan got there twice too. Story dude. I don't know if you noticed that. He laid down the heart raw and hit both of them.
I need to like go.
Listen,
As a
our
former
dog
dealer,
track is still open. What we do is usually let the guys go
what
and
does that do?
run a couple of laps in the car.
You got yourself a thick skin.
Sure.
That's number one. You know, before anything else, you have to have that thick skin. When somebody's blaming you for their dinner,
Yeah,
what do you
that was
think?
a bad fault.
It happens, and really, more often than not, dealers kind of commiserate because you know you feel bad. You got some, you see somebody's got a monster, and then you put out a card that breaks them. It's not a great feeling,
You didn't have
but if I could control the cards, my whole family would live here.
Oh, of course they
You
would.
know.
Yeah,
The
for
main
sure.
one, the one in his chest. The big.
And they know that. Players know. I mean, the ones that really get bent out of shape,
Oh
is
man, Alan's
probably
on
not about the
Alan
dealer
didn't
anymore.
lose any
You know,
money until-
Raise 35.
But-
Hold.
whenever a dealer's giving you playable hands and you're coming up short on them, take a break.
Hold.
Just like
Exactly.
Jason did.
Yep.
Take a lap, walk around, yeah.
Walk around, you know. As Mark likes to do, go out and take the skunk for a walk.
Sure,
Thank you.
sure.
Super nitty
That's
gritty.
become like the Saturday thing. That's become. And Paddock Jerry's was the one who came up with that couple of weeks
take
ago.
a skunk for a walk.
I've never heard of that in my life.
And
And that was one of my favorite things I've taken from this show so far.
Yeah.
always have me.
Come on down, Story Dude. Yeah, there's right now there's 2 seats open.
Beyond me.
You always got me, buddy.
Big piece.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Good old Mark.
10 to play. Straddle on the button.
I've eaten at his restaurant a few times.
Have you?
Yeah. I took a date there once.
Oh, yeah, Jerry's been there. He said he ate everything in the restaurant, I think.
Yeah.
Raise to 35.
They do well on everything.
That's awesome.
Very, very nice people.
Oh, good. We have 2 great restaurants here. See some of the guys eating today from the terrace, right here on the 2nd floor
3
at
players.
PBKC, and they're opened every day for lunch, starting at 11:30, except for Tuesdays. They are closed on Tuesdays for lunch, but they're also open for dinner every Friday and Saturday night. Then we have the Paddock restaurant out there.
55.
That's Paddock Jerry's favorite place to go, and now they're on their summer schedule with lunches served every Wednesday through Sunday at 11:30 a.m.
So close.
They were
You
black.
were ahead.
And that is good.
Straight.
I eat at the terrace mostly like 3 or 4 times a week.
Are you do you eat the official food of the poker room?
Oh, of course.
Anything that connects
the
anywhere.
chicken Caesar wrap with fries, Mountain Dew.
If Marshall has like
I wasn't sure they had anything else for
Yeah,
a
exactly.
few years.
You know, I just figured out they had his quesadillas,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what? They're like, I've been here this long and I didn't know you had this. So I switch it up every once in a while. I was
can
the
tell
Palm on the
they're
Ranch
bad
wrap
when I
guy,
call
and then
them,
a
just so
chicken
you know.
Caesar wrap
when I
guy,
called, they're bad.
you know, Club, BLT. I mean, they have a lot of great stuff.
It's
The
all
terrace
good.
and the
It
paddock
is.
too. You know, paddock. I'm usually in the paddock if I'm
Alright,
eating in the
10 to
paddock for some kind of meeting
An
we're
event,
having,
yeah.
and what I'll end up doing is I'll eat the most boring thing like a grilled cheese, but it's honestly the greatest grilled cheese I've ever had.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
You guys get your drinks?
Yeah. No
I
drink,
had,
no
what was
dirty
it, the
margarita.
Oscar
Make it 50.
Oh
It was
yeah, no, we
fantastic.
got
I
great
had
stuff over there.
chicken francais.
Mine was just poured out of a bottle.
That's Chef Wan Yu for
Oh,
you.
he's amazing. He's
He
been
really
here for
is.
over 25 years, an executive chef, and he's award-winning chef too. He's an absolutely amazing.
Downstairs. Heads up.
Want more info on the paddock? Go to our website anytime. Yeah, we're making the Story Dude hungry. He's gonna go make a sandwich now. Well, make a sandwich and come on down, Story Dude.
Check. Heads up.
So Marshall checked Allen into an ace, and now he's going to believe him.
You think this is the hand maybe that got Allen?
No, I think that was
You
that
think it
last
was the
with
other
the
one?
flush draw where he made it twice on 2 boards.
Yeah.
I was trying to 200.
What's funny is Walter made a straight on both of those boards too.
More than your usual.
Yeah.
So say, you have double the outs. I mean,
Marsh.
double the outs and you fall.
I thought I should have just jammed. I'm not used to having that much equity. I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, I think you got confused with this one.
So back in your playing days, obviously you're not allowed to play on the live stream now, unless the doc Bruce gets his way. He wants to sit in on broadcast team someday and make fun of Noah. So he really wants Noah to be on the table because he wants to give him back all the shots he's taken. But if you're playing still back in your playing days, do you want to be on the live stream?
6 months.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it. We talked a little bit about strategies and different things on here. I think that a lot of what everybody's doing is straightforward. You're not gaining huge poker knowledge about some of these players. You know, they're playing the way they would play no matter what. You know, and that's the way 90% of the players play. You know.
Well, my favorite is when somebody just forgets they're online. You know, I mean, that's what we love about Mark and story time, because he'll just honestly forget that he's on a live stream and he'll just start spouting off these stories about who knows what. And that's one of my favorite parts about Saturdays when he's on the show. But that's the best part, is when you actually forget that you're playing here and people around the world can be watching. We have people right now in the Philippines that are checking in because of Wendy and our great dealers here at PBKC, which we always talk about it. I actually believe it. We used to have some of the best dealers in the world.
Oh,
really
it's true. It's definitely true.
Thank you guys for that.
Some of the most patient.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Fold.
Where are you going to go then?
75?
Raise to 75. Fold.
Going up.
Wait.
Price of poker just went up. Oh boy, we're going to have action on this one. Walter's got pocket kings.
Nice.
Greg just raised with ace king suited.
Raise to 225.
Doc came in with king queen. So the kings are gone. I don't see any aces in anybody else's hand.
Fold. All right, heads up.
Not what you'd expect. Doc folded the king queen. So now it's ace king versus aces. Greg could have loved that a little bit more. He got 2 spades instead of 2 clubs.
Check. $275.
Walter's doing the half stack shuffle.
Stack shuffle. I like that.
Become very popular.
I like that. The new dance craze, the half stack shuffle.
Exactly. Yeah, he's going to lay it down. It's a good fold. I'm going to get a little bit more of that. That flop to keep going.
One of the things I'm noticing about the table today, and you might have noticed it too, there's a lot of arm patches today.
Yeah. Yeah.
It makes me almost wish that we had Gelrod or Tiller up here dealing today, but we know Linnell. He's got some really awesome patches. He's also has big arms that he can, like, he wants to show them off, like not like us. But I like the gentleman Walter who's sitting in seat 7. If I was going to do that, he just has one arm.
Yeah.
That's like the coolest thing.
The sleeve.
Makes you look like the Winter Soldier, you know?
Yeah.
No, would you mind? Thank you very much.
All right.
Keep getting this
Doc
chance.
takes it
Raise
up
to
with
35.
queen, deuce of hearts.
I guess that was a min loss with ace king suited.
I like that raise.
Well, I thought about re-raising, but
Jam the whole fucking thing in there.
4 players.
Yeah, probably.
I feel like I've learned enough to not fucking jam and pre-flop with ace king.
And he's rewarded. Well,
I wasn't gonna jam it.
sort
I
of.
would've raised it.
Steve's got him out kicked right now.
50.
Check. That is 85. Fold.
I assume you were strong enough to call a mid-range there. I assume Queens or something.
You'll see.
Well, I'm gonna watch in
Heads
about
up.
10 minutes.
I know.
So
You'll see.
either I'll feel pretty good about
Doc's
myself.
going to need the board to
or-
pair, but I would check along here too.
Heads
Yeah.
up.
What's the link?
It's just go to palmbeachtennisclub.com and then
I'd come out betting if I was Steve. I'd bet about 50, 60. Yeah, sure. Make him pay you because he'll call that. You know,
Yeah.
9 place.
when he checked on the turn, that's when I would have known probably.
Yeah, that's one of the things I like on the show. You're doing it today. Is telling the viewers what you would have done in that situation and analyzing exactly what happens. And Josh actually was one of the brainchild of this particular live stream. Him and Noah. You know, I'm just the guy that talks, but they're really the ones that put
Dreaming
this
of
all.
it for years.
Exactly. You know, Josh was on the. You know, Josh is 6'6" and standing on the top of like a 10-foot ladder. He was like a million feet in the air, and he was hanging wires and doing all that stuff. But it took hard work from him and Noah to put this all together, and it must be amazing to see this come to fruition.
It's fantastic. It is
Patience, Alan. Patience.
a little bit of a dream come true.
Great.
Grace at
And
35.
I've learned that I was a development director.
Wow.
That's what
I
they
like
call
that.
that. Yeah,
Oh,
it
that's
feels
pretty cool, man.
pretty hefty title there. You know.
Development director. Wow.
Yeah.
I like to. I want to see the credits. I don't see your name on like 30 different things. That'd be great.
What? Why are you laughing?
Well,
Did you see my cards? How'd you see them?
Very, very
These guys are
happy
cheating.
with the investment of the company.
Are
They
you in the hand?
Oh,
we
yeah.
told them we could do it.
They
We
did.
told them we could do it, and they got us in a
Right when I
position to
went
make
to
this
bed,
beautiful
I
product.
started
They did.
laughing.
And when Noah came to me about 2 years ago and talked about it, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
But yeah, I always give the credit to you guys. I'm just, like I say, I'm just the one that talks.
check.
But you guys are the ones that, you know, really worked hard on this. And
Four
I
players.
hope it's everything that you had dreamed of. I really do.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I just know our players. They're
Yeah.
just from sitting at the
Great, I bet
table and
50.
hearing them talk and everything. that's the most entertaining thing that we've got.
It
you
is.
know.
Yeah. And that's the one thing that you preached about this show, which I really enjoy, especially when I'm watching the show back, is we want you to hear the players. The players are the stars. You know, we're just here to kind of help out the action and sometimes keep it interesting. But it's really about the people at the table that are about this show. We want to make household names at every single one of them.
Like I put off 100% of the possible.
I think that was what I was impressed with.
That's how bad you guys are.
Downstairs,
Just in case you haven't noticed. That's what I meant by that,
heard
by the way.
as
I only play the nuts, you know that.
Bennett
But
was
the
walking
problem
through
is
the
the nuts.
tournament area
don't
when we
come
had
out
the tournament
after you
downstairs, and I heard another player bump and say, "Hey, there goes Bennett. That's Bennett."
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
like, hey, that's cool.
Yeah, the fashion icon. That's
Yeah.
Bennett.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him. I say that because I'm sure he's never watched the show.
Right.
By the way,
Yeah, Marshall had quads full of sixes.
Yeah, flop quads, easy game. That's what Chuck says. Whoa, Chuck.
Right.
Thanks for checking in
but
again.
that, but it
Chuck.
doesn't matter with you in the pot. If you can put 2, 2, 3 up, you'll have 3, 2 in your hand. So you can smack it.
Okay, come on. Project positivity.
0.
No positivity, no. Come on.
Yeah, that's a comfortable feeling whenever you flop quads.
Yeah.
And that
Pretty
worked so
much-
perfect.
pretty
You
much
said
in
we
the
don't,
same
you
boat.
don't bluff. Oh, no.
That's my favorite part of it, trying to trick people into putting their chips in the
Oh,
pot.
of course. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I've always heard if you're not trying to trick them into putting their chips in the pot, then they're trying to trick you into
Of
putting your
course,
chips in the
yeah.
pot.
No foreplay
And run hot.
and run hot at the same time. This is not a good start.
I wanted to raise his hand, but you guys don't know
Yeah, give
what
it
happened,
time,
so I'm just
Steve.
gonna call.
You had the 6-2. That was even the funniest part.
I know the 6 on the river there.
Just in case you can beat quads.
Raise to 40.
Allen comes out swinging. Pocket sixes makes it 40.
Just in case you had ace-5, he has to have
Call.
6-5.
Looking for a prayer.
Scared one player out.
Only money.
Yeah, that was a
5
good
players.
thing.
Only money.
5 players.
There's a 6 for him, too.
Check.
It's for the driver.
Check.
There's Jason, man. And that Cindy dealing
One
again.
second.
Oh, no.
He's got top pair. Running headlong into a brick wall.
All right,
say it for him. At least he doesn't love it. You see him put that. He didn't want to put that in there.
Nope.
Oh, what a brutal card.
I'm all finished. Thank you very much.
He's all in. He's calling. Yeah, he just made 2 pair.
Yeah, I got 2 pair right now. I gotta go.
Oh,
I can't. I can't win no matter what.
A queen. He's got 1 out.
No, I'm
That wasn't it.
run his wife. 2.
I river 2 pairs.
I was in 2.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's enough.
no help. No help.
Still leaders.
I believe he just said he was done. Story dude, we got another seat.
Yeah, there we go, Story Dude. Get down here. Hope the sandwich was good, and come on down.
I'd like to see new players run good. You know, just like you said, keep them coming back.
Your fruit cup. Your fruit cup. Yeah, your fruit cup.
Hopefully, he didn't have too bad a
Consolation
time.
prize.
Yeah.
You got
Enjoyed
$1,000
your
fruit
time,
cup. Now you
Jason.
get a
Hope you'll come
$1,000
back and
martini.
see us soon here at the live stream.
Right there. Thanks. No worries, brother.
See you downstairs.
Yep. Take it easy.
Sometimes guys just, you know, it's something about the live stream. They just don't run well on live streams, and we're realizing that. I always root for the guy Vinny.
Yeah.
He's an awesome guy. It's his game on Friday nights, and for some reason he just doesn't have the best luck on Friday nights.
Yeah.
Call.
Vinny, he's with a dealer we used to have named Diane. They have a couple picks now. Yeah, so he's running pretty good.
Yeah, he's family. Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
To make a move on you on the turn.
I always heard lucky in life, unlucky in cards.
I guess that's how it goes.
I didn't think you were calling on the flop. I did not.
If he doesn't call, I call the 50 and raise you the turn, no matter what comes up. And I get screwed.
But I'm saying, it
Check,
looked like
check.
you had no intention of
Players.
calling. It was either fold or raise.
I had jack 5. There was no jack or a 5 on the board.
Yeah.
25.
Thank
And there comes 5 jack. So,
Yeah.
Can you imagine I make a move back to 2 pairs and think I'm fucking good here, and he's got a set of
Woulda, coulda,
6s.
shoulda.
Yep.
Thank you.
There you go, buddy.
Get a lot of good food making me hungry here.
Yeah.
It's all coming from the
He started with one person
terrace
got him
right here on the
and
second
one.
floor.
That was me. I
Actually
gave
have Mercedes coming around taking care of everyone at the table.
Somebody
She's
ordered
lovely.
She is. She's the best.
Get a big smile every time I see her. Hi.
Yeah, I love Mercedes. Miss Mary on the weekends. We're definitely taking care of you here at PBKC. Alan in seat 1, he's the driver. You know Alan very well, and I've become Facebook friends with Alan recently, probably in the last year or so.
well, wait. Let's just
You know,
stop
he
the
is
game so much.
he's the driver, he's the limo guy.
That's most of the videos I watch.
And my dad used to do a lot of this stuff, you know, essentially just picking people up from the airport, driving around to Miami. But, you know, I don't think
No Marshall, no Strata, we all fold.
there's so many people that he's driven for and has connections with right here in the poker room. And that's one of the things that I'm really enjoying finding out.
Yeah.
Is that, you know, Jerry's business, so many people have used him for their housework and that kind of stuff. And, you know, it's all a big family, and that's what I was promised when I came in here. That everybody said to me, between you, Tim, Noah, and so many people said, the poker room's a family, and it really is, honestly.
It is.
Check.
So many of the players, one of the things you find out is so many of the players are also ex-dealers here.
Right.
Which is very interesting, because you'd be like, oh, he used to work here. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, I was the opposite. I played here for a few years before I started to work here. And then we've seen it go the other way.
Well, of course,
you know.
yeah. But there has to be a reason you wanted to work here, obviously.
Right.
So.
Exactly. Well, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
I was in a retail environment before here, and I couldn't believe it was so cool, you know.
Of course, yeah.
And I've been here 16 years now.
Jeez.
Haven't looked back.
Wow.
I meant to work here for 2 years.
Yeah.
You know, I was gonna pay off my truck and move back home.
Yep, I get it. Every year they would come to me and say, oh, you got to renew your state license. You want to do 3 years? I'm like, I'm not going to be here in 3 years. And this October, I've been here 27 years.
Right.
So that's what happens here. 16 years for you. That's awesome. That is an awesome feat. All in the poker room, too.
That's right. All right. This looks like an interesting hand. Ace king, ace king.
Re-raise to 200.
I wanted to
Ace
make him throw up
queen.
those chicken tenders, man. Fuck.
But now,
Yeah,
dealer change, compound on the dealer change.
I love his
Yeah,
nose.
I agree with that.
I'm in.
I agree that it shouldn't be random. It should just be, we should
Every
figure
half
out.
an hour if you want to do it, yeah. Or, do like, or maybe once an hour, whatever you guys want to do.
It was okay.
No, it's not.
Me too. I
Fold.
fold.
Okay, then hold
I was gonna do it.
The ace kings have effectively bet everyone out of the pot.
Against Marshall?
Dude, the chicken tender boys.
Yeah, we're
The
just going.
Chicken tender boys. I like that name.
Appreciate you guys letting me out of
heads
here.
up.
Just cut me out, right? Just fucking, just throw me to the ditch here. Huh? You both are winning today, so I'm no good. I get it, bro. So I'll win one day.
Check.
275.
You're going to see an
275.
illustration of why position matters right here. They have the same hand. They both made nothing.
Well, I figure if you call with ace king,
Greg is behind him.
you gotta call, pretty big here.
So now Marshall has to call a bet with air against an aggressive player to his left.
You probably have a set of threes.
Jamie and Ramona are watching up in the tournament area.
All right.
Say hi to Jamie and Ramona. Ramona's
Jamie
one of
and
my
Ramona.
favorite dealers here at PBKC. Her husband's okay too.
He's all right.
Yeah, he's all right.
She's the best into that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, he outkicked his coverage on that one.
I think he did.
Thank you very much.
He just doesn't know how to play that hand.
But Pittsburgh guys, I hear they get.
So you ship it against
Yeah,
the
of
two
course
tight
they
guys,
do.
and then against the loose
You
guy,
can't hate
you
on
got
Pittsburgh
check
in this
fold.
place.
That's
I'm
right.
telling you.
Yeah, I see.
You're not going to be here too long.
Bad
if you
idea.
do.
Yeah.
Very smart. Get it in, drawing
Now,
dead.
Ramona's
Put your hand
husband
check
actually
fold.
works for
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Tote
yeah.
Company.
Bump it.
Ramona's great. Jamie just had a long conversation with her today. She is just the type of person that
Say the truth. You figured I'm the better player. I
bound
can
to
outplay
make
him.
our
Get him to fold
tournament
his hand. And you
successful
did.
here
You
at
did.
PBKC.
She's
She's always thinking of new things to do, and she's really
or do I just go out guns blazing?
a tournament
Yeah.
coordinator
Yeah.
who's
Oh,
about
we got 8
She
players.
wants
He won,
everybody
but
that
so
comes
now
up
he's
to her
glad
asks
to
for
see
something.
something.
She tries to help them as best she
You won't
can.
get another
She does a
invitation
great
to
job.
sign it up.
In management, it's a good problem to have when you have somebody constantly coming to you,
Oh, yeah.
advocating for the players.
Exactly.
You know, that's how you know you're going to end up with something good.
Oh, for sure, and that's her.
Oh, that's
But
right. I'm
she's a
sorry.
player. You know, she knows what they
Yeah, I
want.
didn't know.
Exactly.
Like a blind raise. If you want. Oh.
All right.
Check.
Now I can check.
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 I haven't gotten into it yet, but I don't think it slipped me that we have Alan and Steve. Do you remember the groundhog?
Check.
Oh, Alan.
Marsha.
Alan.
Check.
Steve.
Steve, I like that.
So I've been holding it.
Have you
Been
been holding
fighting
out
it this
on
whole
that one?
time.
Wait until they're in a hand
Check.
together.
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Two cards.
Everybody check.
I don't think there's a card I can win with.
And here's the fun of the bomb pod.
Honest, check.
Everybody's already put their money in. Nobody's hit anything.
Honest, still checking. Everybody check.
9.
Oh, called the 9.
We got the winner.
Check.
Check.
Bet.
Can't bet now that he called it.
I'm just gonna go ahead.
You can't
Check.
bet now, you called it.
Check. Check. Check.
Jacob says he was
Everyone have
waiting
nothing.
for it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That might be the winner.
9.
Might be the winner.
Nine.
Yeah.
Don't even look at your cards. Just
I
fold
had
it.
an 8.
He has to hear me do it far too much because
Does
nobody
he?
else can back
No,
there.
yeah, exactly.
You have the eight.
Jake's the best. We miss
I
you,
guess I
Jake.
could have bet.
Yeah.
How can you bet when he calls a 9? Like,
No. I was
He's
saying
another
I
one that's
could
going to be
bet
handing
on
out
the turn.
bags
Thank you.
Oh,
on
yeah.
Saturday.
Oh, he's awesome, yeah.
That's a great thing.
Pretty safe to say that.
The one thing that, and I've talked about this a lot of times on our radio show on True Olders 95.9.
75.
It's on Friday nights, 6 to 6:30. It's called The Backstretch. And we talk a lot about the charity that the Roonies do. We're not talking about that because it's signing our paycheck. We're talking about it because it's real. And
What was it?
you know, they're one of the companies here in one of the places in
that
Palm
was
Beach
yours.
County that donate so much every year, whether it's to autism, you know, in the day Greyhound adoption, and so many things. And today and tomorrow, and I think the next day too, they're across the street right here from PBKC putting together backpacks for school kids, which is absolutely awesome. And I believe personally that the Rooney family doesn't get enough credit for all the great things they do.
Well, the people who know,
Oh,
you
of
know.
course,
But
yeah.
I agree with you. I mean, we could put up a billboard for half the stuff they do all the
Oh,
time.
of course, the millions and millions of dollars, and And one of the best things about it is they always keep it local.
Raise,
It's always in
35.
Palm Beach County. It's not like
All
they're
35.
donating to one of these big causes where you don't know where the money's going. It's
Right.
always local here in
I
Palm
was
Beach
going to
County.
say that. I've been a member. My daughter
Vote.
has been a member of the
I tried for it
Science
last year.
Museum.
Okay.
We get a membership every year. We go 4 times a month, something like that. You know, and we ran into a group,
I think the problem is
that
no one at
were,
the bar knows how to make a dirty martini.
a school for autistic kids. That funding comes from the Autism Awareness
Of
Charity.
course, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, yeah.
It's pretty nice. She pointed out on my shirt
Yeah.
that was who funds
Of
their
course.
school.
Yeah, Autism Project of Palm Beach County.
Yeah.
So many others. I believe name is gentleman's name is Dick, who runs a lot of those things for autism. They're also, if you go to the Palm
Thank you.
Beach Zoo, there's a playground that was dedicated by Pat Rooney Sr. I mean, you see the name. If you're from the Pittsburgh area, you know the name Rooney because of the Steelers and all they do in that area. But it's becoming that way, and rightfully so here in Palm Beach County too.
Alright, small mine.
It's nice to watch them. Yeah.
I'm surprised he even wanted to come up here.
Yeah, I was shocked.
Yeah. 10.
We're at double the love for you guys. Somebody's got to
All that adds up to why people are here for 23 and 16 years.
Well, that's
you
the
know.
thing, it's, I dare you to find somewhere in Palm Beach County that has more employees that have been here for over 20 years. I think 10% of our employees have been here for over 20 years. We have
That's amazing.
people, we have Carol Lorenzo, who's a mutual teller. She's been here since like the early 70s. We have another
he's got
teller
a
who
serious
also has
face
been here
on. Look
since
at
the
this
70s.
fucking guy.
Jeff Prince has been here. Teresa
Thank you, man.
Kuhn,
35.
so many people that have been here since the 70s, the early 80s. I started in the mid 90s. I mean, so many people that have been here for such a long time, and there's a reason for that.
Yep.
5 players.
All I know is the gentleman right over here is going to win because he got right to.
No, he was.
I didn't even know that was a thing. The story dude,
Yeah, look at
exclamation
that.
watch time. I spent 3.5 hours watching.
Check.
We appreciate
Check.
that story
Thank
dude.
you very much. Watch time. All right.
I like that.
Gotta remember that
No
one.
idea.
90?
Bet 90.
Yeah, he's going through all of our channel commands. I'm finding out new ones too, I guess.
Yeah. Isn't it exclamation
Go.
bad beat?
Yeah, I
I'll
don't
give you
know
the
if
bad
that's
beat
been updated or not, but I can actually
It's a
send out a bad beat today. I don't think we sent out a new bad beat today, but as of yesterday, it was over 380,000, I want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, yesterday's was 381. I just guessed and said today it's over 382.
382, yeah.
That's
383,
amazing.
Something like that.
How long is this game?
Chat stats. I like that.
That's it. Cap at 3.
No, we go down to 35. I mean, for the televised. That's all.
bet 175.
We usually continue it downstairs.
Walter's still shooting at it. He's got a double belly buster flush draw, but now Nick's got a double belly buster flush draw.
Yeah, between 3 to 4.
He can get a 7. Well, his is open-ended. He can get it's the same number of outs, but
Yeah.
7 or a 10 makes a straight. Unfortunately for Walter. Oh no, he's got pocket. Okay, he's got 5.
Last card.
Oh, there's a 6.
Check or
That
bet.
makes a straight for nobody. Nick's got the pair, the higher pair. Walter's going to try to bet him off of it.
275?
Bet 275.
Thank you. Just ask her about that martini.
275.
What's the story on the martini? That might be
Third
growing
of
the
the
olives
pot,
back to
roughly.
back. Oh, great. Oh,
Just
great.
enough to make him drop it.
Yeah.
It all depends on how Nick feels.
I mean, I got food.
Very simple. Vodka. A dirty martini?
Yeah.
The naked 7 wins. Right here.
They don't know what dirty means.
Yeah, they're pouring dirt in it right now.
They're spitting in it.
Take that wash
Spin
towel.
out.
Yeah. Dirty martini.
Oh, that shit comes with it.
Dish rag.
It's a COVID martini.
Then just put the olives in it. Hold on there, bud.
I I should swish solids in my mouth.
The thing about listening to the table, you never know what you're going to hear.
That's right.
I mean, I thought I knew a lot of slang. I thought I knew a lot of things, so I should have listened to this show.
So, exclamation win plays songs.
Huh. Story Dude is like teaching us today. I had no idea.
I can do Johnny Walker every once in a while.
Oh, he's calling. Look at that.
Also 75.
He's got him red cold.
Fair 5.
I thought you had a hard draw.
Yeah.
8.
There's this thing called Black Maple Hill. Comes out once a year.
That's a toughie.
It's small batch bourbon, but it's probably one of my favorite of all time. I ran a restaurant for a number of years, and we used to get the Pappy Van Winkles and everything like that, which is great, like don't get me wrong, but if you have a chance to find Black Maple Hill, it comes out around September or October, depending on how the batch went, but it's worth grabbing a bottle. It's only about $95.
Thanks a lot, Story Dude. He sent us a link that shows all of our active commands. I don't know if many of those at all are set or anything, but
yeah.
I learn something about Twitch every day. Every time I'm on the show, I honestly learn something.
There's a lot to it.
There is. There really is.
I know you were having a conversation. I didn't want you to have to stop and take some hours.
One of the things I like to ask people, and what I've seen from this live stream, a lot of the people that play on the live stream do not play tournaments. Are you a cash player and a tournament player, or you sell at one or the other?
I'm mostly a tournament player.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the first person I've heard say that, actually.
Yeah. Well, it's, you know, before the no limit movement and all that, that was the only way you could play no limit.
Yeah.
Anywhere, you know, was in a tournament. There was no such thing as a cash game.
Salud.
We had $45 no limit hold'em tournaments. We had, and they were $45 because that was exactly how much money you could put into a pot in one hand plus the rake.
What does everybody have?
3 players.
So you only had to put in enough for one hand,
Ace 10 offsuit.
Check or bet.
and then you played the tournament. Because that way, if anybody busted in that one hand,
Yeah.
it was only one hand's worth. You know.
Story Dude's a tournament player. Yeah, we've seen the Story Dude up there. He'll wave to us sometimes when he's up there playing tournaments. And
Yeah.
he'll be watching the show, which is awesome.
Sure.
We appreciate that.
You said 85?
Yes.
There's something about a set loss. I don't like playing re-entry tournaments or rebuy tournaments or anything like that. I like freeze-outs. Whenever I was playing a lot of tournaments 20, 30 years ago, we played winner take all.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So there was no second place, third place. You know, if you won the tournament, you won all the money.
Yeah.
Of course, that's, you know, we were chops.
I mean, at this point, I can't tell him no. He's gonna kick my ass. Nah, come on, man.
It was when it was dollar and lemon poker back when I first started playing PBKC. Yeah, he was Story Dude's the same way.
Yeah.
I love it.
Got to
Do
play.
you remember playing for quarter Story Dude? We played. It was mostly stud that we played back then. Stud high low.
Wow.
Because it was, I don't know, it was a crazy time. But we played for quarter.
Yeah.
And there was $8 in the pot, and your heads up with another guy.
Yeah.
You bet 25, he makes it 50, you make it 75. Now you're over to $2 limit. So you got everybody takes your bet back.
Oh, man. For about a year, then it changed.
Yeah.
Thank God it changed.
Yeah. We were very excited about the change.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, we got a new player here.
You did not. Thank you.
All right.
We're going to wind up needing to make a run for white keys.
Seat 6. We're
Small
going
nine
to
and
find
big
out.
Yeah,
one.
but I don't remember his name.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that you recognize and you see them on a daily basis.
White
Yeah.
chip.
Like, you're like, hey, Chief, how you doing? You know?
Hey,
Hey,
buddy.
Hey, sport.
Small and big
Yeah.
blinds only.
What's up, buckaroo?
Some
Yeah.
car I bought for someone didn't want it.
Alright, fine.
Yeah, I try not to deal with some people. Just do auction.
Yeah, I didn't know Marshall's name, but I've seen him. When the Corona first came out, he had the full-on gas mask that he would come in and play with.
You see, that's the one thing. I don't think he's listening. I'll have to make sure he's not listening right now. But the one thing about he's not. The one thing about Noah, and I you know, me and Noah are like brothers, but he's really bad with names.
Yeah.
And I think you've realized that over the years, which makes it even funnier because like somebody that'll be on our show last night will come on and they'll be like, hey, who's that? And they'll be like, you know. But when you see as many people as he does, I can only imagine it gets confusing. That's the thing about the poker room. The worst thing for a guy like you is you're a tall guy. Obviously, 6'6". I'm tall. I'm 6'4", so like you're one of the only people that's taller than me. But the thing about it is everybody knows you, and they expect you to know them. And I'm sure that is extremely difficult sometimes.
It's not here, but out in the world when I see people.
Oh yeah.
And you know, I recognize their face, of course. You know. But it's funny, out of contact. And a lot of people don't recognize me, which is surprising. You know, because even at 6'8", you know, I walk up next to somebody in a grocery store and say hello, and they, you know, it takes them a minute. They're shocked.
People are like, oh, the guy must play basketball or something, you know. Yeah, the story dude says how I respond to 70% of the people that say hi to me at the Kennel Club. Yeah. Yeah, I always told people because I was the announcer for a long time here that everybody knew who I was. I didn't know anybody's name. I still don't.
Yeah.
Like I'll walk through here constantly. Hey,
people tell you sound familiar.
Oh, that too. Yeah, I was on I was on the radio for almost 12 years. A station called X102.3. So good. But the one thing I always found to be interesting was people were way more impressed with a dog racing announcer than a radio. Like people, everybody knows a radio DJ.
Sure.
But they always thought that was the coolest thing that I announced the dogs. But
they have the best thing is the names.
Oh, it is. Oh, they used to try to get me all the time. They would. I had owners that would tell me they would purposely name the dogs messed up names, names that I had. They knew I didn't want to say type stuff. I learned to play Omaha when the Kennel Club had 25-cent games. That's what CHIWCP said. That's awesome.
Yeah, we probably played together.
Oh, for sure.
$1,000.
Yeah, and you gotta take
98, 99.
Wow.
Out, you know,
we play
way back when.
I remember when Mom Pop Poker Room first started. I was, up on the track with the dogs, whatever job I was in at the time. They didn't even have like a bar in the poker room. The bar was like a little tiny stand that was outside of the room because it hadn't expanded yet. And boy, have things changed here. The Ed Mueller dealer.
One more.
On in.
Steve.
I'm guessing that CHI stands for Chicago then. Go Bears. I'm allowed to say that?
I don't think so.
No.
No, we're all Steelers all the time on this show.
They made me wear a T-shirt. So,
Did they really?
They gave me a T-shirt.
Yeah, no. They gave me a hat one of the times that the Steelers won the Super Bowl, and somebody stole it from my office.
Oh,
I really didn't say anything because I'm like, But I always tell people, like, that working for a family that actually owns a successful sports franchise, a lot of people are like, oh, go Steelers. And I was always the kind of person that was like, I'm rooting for other teams.
Right.
I always told people, I would tell the Roonies like I was a Raiders fan. They just laugh at me anyway. So.
Yeah. Well, it didn't matter that I was a Chicago fan for a long time.
No, for a long time.
It didn't matter about that.
Exactly.
I think they're going to have a really good year next year.
They got they drafted a quarterback, right?
Absolutely.
Awesome. And was that which quarterback did they
The
get?
one from Ohio State.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
One who's played more than 10 college.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I know there was some questionable guys in that draft. I think they went with the right guy.
Well, it was more of a Trubisky thing. He played 10 games before they drafted him.
I pulled an ace-jack offsuit.
Yeah, the other one I only made
With the start of the pandemic, there was a pretty funny meme that said, you want to know how to socially distance correctly? Imagine where Mitch Trubisky threw the football and then where the receiver was, and that's about how far away you need to be.
I always felt bad for that guy. I really did. But they had some real high hopes with him.
Yeah. I don't understand why, but yeah.
There's so many teams like the Bears that you're like, you know, who's been their best quarterback in the last 10 years? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many guys that you just absolutely forget.
Yeah. Well, you got to give it to old Vanderbilt. What's his name?
No, your defense is so bad today.
Shane,
you got to find out, but they're not recording this.
Because he was good.
Yeah.
He was a pro quarterback.
Yeah.
He just has a bad attitude, I guess. I don't know that, but that's what I've heard
I
people
remember who
say.
you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll check. So you're gonna see how
Spilling.
See, I'm a Southerner. We relate to everybody in the NFL from where they went to college.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
Yeah. The guy from UF. Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
Exactly.
Heard some terrible news
Jay
about
Cutler.
Jay Cutler. No, I love Jay Cutler. I love his attitude.
Yeah.
I
saw
love
him
his
absolutely
ex-wife.
floor
Yeah.
a safety.
Oh, yeah.
One time, no, it was
he
a
was
cornerback.
awesome. Yeah.
The cornerback thought he was just going to come up and be in the way, and he just put him on the ground.
I like Jay Cutler as a person way more than a player, I'll be honest with you. He was
Well, that
married-
show did a lot for him.
Yeah, he was married to one of the girls that used to be on an MTV show. Kristen Cavallari.
Cavallari, yeah.
But finding out yesterday that Bobby Bowden's not doing very well, that was sad news.
Yeah.
I never rooted for FSU. I was always a Gators fan, but what a legend he is.
Yeah, he really is. I've met him a few times.
Did you
Of course,
really?
you have to when you're up there. One of my favorite stories. We walked into a store in Midway, which is between Quincy and Tallahassee. And this fella looks up. We happened to be in there getting gas. The fella goes, "Hey, Coach, how you doing? Let me buy you a Coke." He said, "Why?"
Why?
Just sound like a $5 million contract.
Exactly,
You know? So I appreciate it, but I should buy you a Coke.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think he ended up doing that. I'm not sure.
Nah, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
He really is. What a legend. It's a shame he's not doing
Probably
very well.
the best recruiter that's ever been.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll agree with that for sure.
Yeah. Easy game. Easy game.
Easy when you flop straight.
Seat 6, that is Brett.
Wow.
Welcome, Brett, to the show.
I was drawn pretty thin.
Thank you.
By pretty thin, I mean dead.
Yeah, 9 and Marshall woke up.
Oh, God, wouldn't that have been nice? No, you don't.
So we talked
Right,
about
not.
it. And the only reason I'm talking about it on the show is because Noah's actually an assistant general manager. You know way more about this than I
Jack 9
do.
or 8 9 would have been nice.
With the thought of getting sports betting, to me, it's a game changer. It's something we've been hoping for so many years here. How do you feel about that? And what do you think that's going to bring to PBKC?
Oh, I'm very excited about it. Very excited. We have a lot of that sort of activity going on. A lot of people are interested in sports. When you're a gamer, when you play poker, chances are you do lots of other things.
For sure.
These guys play golf together, but you hear about pool tournaments and dart tournaments and all kinds of physical stuff. We used to have a guy downstairs that would challenge anybody to 100 3-pointers.
Yeah.
And he would bet whatever you wanted, 500, 5,000, whatever.
Wow.
And you'd shoot 100 each, and he would mop up.
That's a lot of 3-pointers right
It
there.
is.
Yeah.
But he was about an 88% shooter.
Oh, wow.
So,
That's amazing.
yeah. Clint. I haven't seen him in a while, but he still comes around.
Wow.
We played on a men's league, 35 and up men's league down in Boynton. Yeah. That's how you know you're not.
Did you
in
play
the
center,
shape
I'm
to play.
hoping?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was only guessing that.
That lets you know really succinctly that you're not as young as you used to be.
Yeah, exactly. Bowden owned Florida in the 80s. Yeah, he
sure did.
definitely did.
Spurrier was great, too.
Oh, he was
I got,
awesome,
those two back and forth.
Those were some of the best days
Yeah.
in college football. They really were.
John Kern gave me a great story. He said,
You know my range. Come on, we played
talking
together.
to Spurrier,
I
and
figured
he had
if
lost
Winnell
2
was
recruits
not
to
playing
Alabama.
there, then I'm definitely dominating
And they were
the
asking him what he
offense.
thought the
That's
deal
the only
was.
person that knows
That,
right now.
Spurrier says, I don't know. Their scholarships just seem to be worth more than ours.
I love that.
Oh yeah, sure. Without a doubt.
Daniel, $10. Oh, no, no.
He was eating.
I was assumed.
Steve.
All right. Supposed to remind.
Yeah, he doesn't get invited next week.
No
What to
straddle.
pay?
$5 to call.
You want a hand?
Strongly
I
encouraged.
wasn't paying attention.
See, the temptation is when it's $5, it's a call.
Oh, yeah.
But that kind of call can get you into trouble.
Five to
Just
play.
a loose $5 call.
It's Marshall's fault.
And then right after that, they went 200, 200, I went all in.
Raise
Oh,
to 40.
Walter's got a hand.
We have a
Nels
call.
gonna call it.
Two callers.
It takes a little bit, but we do. We just gotta annoy
Three
one
callers.
Well, don't want to be the nit here.
All right, 5 players.
No one will ever confuse you.
Oh, wait, I missed one.
You have no danger of being called a nit ever. You and the guy to your right.
5 players.
All right.
Check.
I swear, I'm gonna
Uneventful
ask Noah
board.
full decks before the games every week.
Check.
Manel's under
Not in
the,
the
he's
deck.
in front of the button, first to act, which is a difficult spot.
Oh, sure.
You gotta fade any raise behind you.
What does Marshall always say? He said, I think I should raise here, but I'm not going to.
Check.
Good check. Good check, man.
You're supposed to raise you.
Good check, everybody. Way to go, guys.
Check or bet. Check.
There's
Bet
no card I
75.
can win with on the river.
There's
Zero cards.
not. Because if the jack comes, the ace is the high straight. He's got nothing to draw at.
I mean,
If
this
he
is
hits
a
an 8, then the jack is good for the straight.
75.
Yeah.
Little does he know, he's already got jack 8, Craig.
Let's go club on the river. Make it interesting.
And she did put the club on the river, as requested.
See, I should be the announcer, not a player. I can't win.
Come on over, Linnell.
Check or bet.
Yeah,
Bet 225.
You guys hit the
might work out better for him.
Where's
I
our
had the
bleep
straight
button? Do we
before
have
that,
that one of
but I'm
those?
not
Yeah,
gonna go with,
that's
hopefully
right there. I forgot. I totally forgot since we got in all these conversations. We actually have sound effects that we.
Yeah.
Well, you can hear and we can't. So I don't know if it's working or not. But
Why do you make us wait? Just show it.
We just check this one.
Thank you.
yeah.
That's the one I wanted. It's a minute's worth?
Oh, it's a lot of crickets.
Does it cut us off from there?
Oh, that's a good question. Barefoot's in. Barefoot's
I was there.
hey,
1819.
one of our regulars in here. Welcome,
Yeah.
Barefoot. I hope you're doing well.
Expedition
Hit exclamation
Expedition
enter.
X.
Accumulate all those tickets.
I wouldn't buy shit right now.
Give you a better chance to win that entry into the big dog. We're giving away not this Saturday, but the next Saturday, July 31st, right here on Rose's show on the live stream.
I'm not looking for a joyride. I'm looking
If you've
to.
been watching, thanks a lot for checking in. Say hi to us in the chat so we know you're watching, and make sure you subscribe and make sure you follow us right here on twitch.tv and on YouTube. Go to YouTube and search PBKC Poker.
I mean, it's got high miles, but if it runs good, just hold on to it till.
No,
Oh, a second.
no,
A second.
We need to add to the fleet.
I thought my glasses came off when camera 1 went haywire.
It happens sometimes. Yeah.
250 more. $10 discount.
The gentlemen in the booth, Wes and Cornbread Ron, have done a fantastic job today.
Oh, you don't need a
You know,
call. Get it in there.
I learned this when I was in radio. It's when there's nothing to complain about and, you know, there's nothing out of the ordinary, then, you know, you just think, oh, wow, these guys have done a great job.
Sure.
You know,
One big.
No, I guess it's kind of obvious when we don't do a great job.
well, of course. I mean, that's what we always taught the guys who were my backups, like Matt Fagan, when I was the announcer, was they're not going to notice you until you screw up.
Right.
You know? But everybody in the booth has done fantastic. Obviously, Josh is the normal producer on the show. Wes, Ron, Matt, Jacob, all have done a absolutely wonderful job. I think even Gelrod was up there at one point.
10 to call.
40.
Raise to
I
40.
don't remember him up there, but
No, he was.
I did
You
miss
were
him.
away. Yeah, you were away. He was up there one time. Yeah.
Come on. You know where he's
40.
I tried to get him over here with you today.
Yeah. He's.
Said you can't have stage fright. You're
No,
in front of the camera the whole time.
Well, that's the thing, and you know,
Thank you.
The thing with me is as soon as I put this headset on, I become professional.
Sure.
And that's just the way it's always worked.
Whenever he has
I
to revive back
I
in,
dropped the
that
F-bomb
always tries to-
on the radio. I mean, this is, I would, you know, when I was on the radio at 102.3 for 12 years, I actually had like the #1
We need people like you.
time slot in the market.
Sure.
And with
WRMF?
No, this was X102.3. It was the hip hop
Yeah,
channel
sure.
at the time. And the guys that came on before me were talking about baseball playoffs. Two teams that I hated, the Marlins and the Yankees.
Sure.
I still hate them. I mean, I don't hate them as much as I used to, but I didn't have my headset on. He's asking me questions while I'm talking on the microphone. And
45.
I ended up saying the effing
Let's
Marlins.
the dogs of war.
I just talking about it, and I said, I'm going to watch the effing Marlins tonight.
Yeah.
And I was like, everybody looked at me and like, oh my God.
Yeah. Because you didn't have your headphones on.
Oh, I didn't. And
Right.
that's what I've learned is as soon as I put the headset on, my F-bomb meter goes off, I guess, you know?
3 players. Check a bet. Check.
5-3 Marshall just lands on 2 pair. It's good to be good.
75.
It's good to be lucky though.
It is.
Gone.
Nick's got the flush draw. Doc has got a pair of 3s and not much else.
Take a
There's a
bet.
full house.
Check.
So the other 2 guys, I wouldn't bet too much here. I would bet. Probably. That's a good move.
Check.
Let him catch up a little bit. No. Yeah.
Check a bet.
Probably not going to make much more money. The Hart would have made him more money.
Bet
That's an interesting
200.
bet. Doc bets 200. Hoping to sweep it. Marshall's got a giant club.
A giant club, I like
He
that.
has a cudgel.
All in.
All
Yeah,
in.
there goes all in. And that'll be it for the action.
Fold.
Good hand, Marshall.
Thank you.
Fold.
Is he
Show
gonna
it.
him?
Actually,
Show it. Oh, yeah, he shows it 3. Oh, he shows it all. That's a big blind special, Mike.
Big blind special.
Spiked my heart on the river.
Man.
Just falls.
Alright, big blind special. Thank you.
How you do it, Marshall? Teach me your secrets.
He's raised twice before I would chance like that.
Just fall into the nuts. Just trip and fall.
5-6 was
Five,
the same
wow.
hand.
The trick is you got to fall asleep under a money tree and wake up covered in cash.
Alright, big blind.
Oh, man.
Thought I had
I'll figure out what this money tree
I
is.
hope Marshall comes back on the show. He's
Yeah, he's entertaining.
he is. He really is.
He's good. I didn't know what to expect from him because when I first met him, he was in basically a full-on spacesuit.
Oh, wow.
But he has been an interesting and pleasant player to have in the room.
That's great.
Yeah, no worries.
Harry G, best MCs now following. Thanks a lot, Harry G.
10. Raise 35.
Instead of just a terrible player who gets there.
Harry G sounds like he can rhyme anytime.
Oh, anytime. Wow. Not as good as Tricky D, who plays here on the weekend.
That's true.
Tricky D.
3 players.
He doesn't use that nickname anymore.
Check.
In the hopes that maybe you have a real hand.
Check, check.
Afternoon thunderstorms look to be rolling in now.
Yeah. I was going to wonder if anybody was going to call the Ghostbusters.
Oh, man.
Bet 40.
It got dark out there.
Good.
3 delusions of grandeur.
Thank you. 200 to 7.
He wouldn't know what to do with it.
Run down the table for you, but we have a chance. Alan, the driver, is in seat 1. That's the limbo guy. Seat 2 is Steve. Seat 3 is Doc. Do you know Doc? Is he like a doctor or
He is a doctor, I believe. I don't know him, but I've seen him, play.
He's got a Corvette jacket. I'm guessing he's probably a Corvette lover too. So, seat 4, newcomer to the show, but it's been very enjoyable watching Marshall. Seat 5 is Craig. Seat 6
Bomb pot, you
player
in?
that just came in about 30 minutes ago, Brett.
Hey, you gotta
Seat
buy
7
one of
is
these
Walker.
things, so you
Seat
don't
8
have
is
to even
Linnell,
take
who's a
these things.
great guy who's been on the show numerous times now. Nick is in seat 9, kind of sitting more in seat number 10.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, you gotta put 32,
Nine-handed
Steve.
right now.
You have to post.
Oof. I guess this is a bomb pot.
One of my absolute favorite things about this show, and this is, Rose has done this to us before and others, Mike Zonout was the first one to do it, is, you know, you're watching at home or you're watching downstairs, or you just watch on your phone, you're like, hey, I want to play that game, and they just come up and play. That's it, and that's the coolest thing about it, especially on Thursdays. If you want to play in this game, get here a little bit early, go up to Cynthia, who's, everybody knows Cynthia. I think more people know her than anybody.
Yeah.
And she's absolutely wonderful. And just tell her you want to play in the live stream on a Thursday, and she's going to get you in there.
Over and over again with this.
Check.
More importantly for us, Cynthia knows everything.
Yeah, I'm
She
down like
does.
100 bucks on bomb pot already.
It was unbelievable. It was this woman, I wrote a story about her, I want to say 2 months ago. And she had just come back from surgery. She didn't want to go. She wanted to stay here and work in a wheelchair, but obviously because of certain reasons, we couldn't let her do that. But she wanted to stay here.
It would have been too much.
Would have been. She was out for a long time. She was out for like 2.5, 3.5 months, maybe even 4 months. And the first day back, people are walking in, and she knows their name, she knows their game.
Sure.
And that's what's unbelievable to me. Is what, you know, this woman is. She's a gem. She really is. Everybody loves Cynthia. Even if you've gotten on her bad side, they still love her. And that's one of the things. That's the measure of a person to me.
That's correct.
Why don't you look happy over there? That ace really deflated you.
Oh, I'm shaking. Can you tell?
It just
Oh,
deflated
shut a
you.
monster.
No, Rossetti calling over
Gonna
there and see.
go all in.
My day off.
All in. 200.
Mike, we're discovering that when the dealer moves into the frame, that's what throws off the autofocus.
That's what we're learning every time we're on here. We're learning something new about this equipment. And the guys that came up from Guerrilla Gaming, I like to say they just came in, they set up and said good luck, but no, they stayed here. They helped us out. But the day to day is something that you know, we're just learning as we go. And having guys like Josh and Noah to figure out the technical side of it is amazing to me, because I just turn on the microphone and I start talking, and that's kind of what I do. But what you guys do with all the equipment, hanging stuff from the ceiling, you know, we have a building that's been here since 1932, and you know, the fact that we're able to broadcast live from here 3 times a week is amazing.
It's pretty spectacular.
He missed the big. He missed the big.
Steve missed him.
He missed both.
But it's like anything with networking. It's always troubleshooting.
Yeah,
it's never done.
I think I do.
You may have gotten some back as change when you threw your 100 in.
But you got the 100.
Some people are enjoying that there's a bomb pot, and some people don't care for it.
No. There was a night that Jerry got to the point where he's like, I refuse to be in this anymore.
Yeah.
He was having such a tough time.
Yeah.
I'm used to grow strong money.
Strong Island, Jerry.
Strong Island. He's accepted padding, Jerry. I don't know if you're aware of that. He's taken that name and held on to it. And the one thing that people say is you can't make up your own nickname. That's not possible. Like you can't be like, hey, I just figured out a new name. I'm Cool Guy Josh. I'm like, I'm not gonna call you that.
Right.
I'm not.
75.
Did they make a decision about the actual track yet? No. There's a lot of different things that are on the horizon here at PBKC. Obviously, sports betting. We're going to have another Mutt Derby that's tentatively set for the middle of October. Have a lot of great things going on. And, you know, right now, honestly, I personally can't answer that question.
Well, I know, but I'm not going to say anything.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean, you know more than I do.
No, it's a beautiful big space. I mean, broke my heart for the first 2 months to look out there and not see the toke board lit up.
It kills me. I rarely look out at the track, just because all the memories I have from there. But you know, it is such a beautiful property, and they keep it up like we have the races every day. The tractor still goes around. They still keep everything tip-top shape, just like we're still running dogs.
Yeah.
Sports betting is not legal in Florida. They're talking about October.
October 15th.
October
like
15th, the date I keep hearing thrown around. And that's when the Native Americans are able to get it, so that means we can get it too, right?
We will be, yes, we will work together in that area. But we're going to be the place.
Oh,
we're going to be the place. You want to come down and watch a few games, make a few bets, hang out, this is going to be the place.
You had the card shows on Sundays and the NFL and the college. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's something that it just blows my mind that we might actually get sports betting, which to a lot of people, they're talking like, we have it, you know, middle of October.
Check.
Greg with the mystery hand.
Yeah, like Summer561, who's one of our viewers, says, don't forget we have a comedy show coming up on September 23rd. This is a name I recognize, Nick DiPaolo. He's going to be in the Paddock Restaurant. That's what we're doing. The Paddock Restaurant, if you've never been there, has wonderful tiered seating. There's not a bad seat in the house. They also have TVs on every table if you like to watch the action, if you want to bet thoroughbreds or Sunday sports betting. But Nick DiPaolo is one of my favorite comedians. You see his name constantly, whether it's on Comedy Central or doing a stand-up, and he is going to be right here in the Paddock September the 23rd. That's just awesome. Like,
yeah, it is.
You know, if you're going to have a comedy show, you got to bring in a big name, and Nick DiPaolo is absolutely fantastic.
I never believe you have it though, Greg. It doesn't matter.
It's fine.
I never think
But
he might
the thing
be.
is,
Yeah.
you guys know, like,
It's one of those guys where you think about the biggest of the big, guys like Chappelle and those kind of guys. And Nick DiPaolo he's right up there. He's the kind of guy that has a huge fan following too. So when those tickets go on sale for that show, I would suggest you get them as quick as you can, because it's a nice big venue. I don't know exactly how many tickets we're going to have. Yeah, he's Barefoot's seen Nick DiPaolo on the Howard Stern show. He's on there frequently. He's been all over the place, and he's awesome and hilarious. And he's going to be in the Paddock September the 23rd, and soon I'll have more information on that right here on this show and also through social media.
Marshall couldn't have liked that one any better without hitting it head on. But Brett did flop it straight. This is an interesting one. The betting is going to make this hand.
Aces in your seat, Marshall had ace king, and he had jacks. Flop is this.
There's a 35 pre-flop.
45.
He's going to make a big bet
He's
here.
the worst hand once.
I don't, like, again,
Yeah, that's the move I'd make. He's going to call it, though. I thought so.
I don't know. Depends on whether he's got
That's the only way you can win.
223 all in. Once or twice?
Whatever you want.
Yeah, I don't care.
3 times. I like 3 times. That way somebody wins something. I hate that.
There's
Let's
the
give them
call.
Give them more.
Let's just give him everything.
Win. That way you win something. Oh, look at that. You flopped a fucking straight. Look at that.
Still goes.
I won 1.
Tied up.
Tied.
One more.
Oh, yeah, we're going to do a third. Well, whatever.
A third, wow.
Yeah.
This is interesting.
Right?
I think
Oh, they did.
Oh, no, he's got a straight.
They're not going to bet.
That's why I like.
They could. We've unrestricted all of
I
them.
thought you were
somebody gets something. No.
Yeah, but if you win the third,
Elliot says, what is the max buy-in for this game?
500.
Somebody actually wins something.
then you gotta divide this one.
Barefoot
200
said,
to 500.
was there talks of more table games, possibly slots coming to PBK's ag? Not slots, I haven't heard
No,
anything.
we're not going to get the slots. That's
I hate shop.
something that got shot down with that Amendment 3
Yeah.
in 2018.
That was the worst election in the history
Yeah.
of
Otherwise,
gaming.
like, every guys will only run it once. It's like, I don't care, man.
I had very
I like
passionate
running 3
people
times if somebody wins something.
voting very
Once
passionately
doesn't
about
bother me. Twice, I just
something I don't think a lot of people really understand.
They had no idea what they
two.
were
It's
voting
always
for.
like,
but,
well, we usually shop
and
it. It's like,
when it
yeah.
comes to table games, I don't think we're going to expand our table games, right?
No. I believe we could do Pai-Gow. I believe we could do some other poker-related table games. That might be coming down the road. We're going to pick up some space in the poker room.
Yes, I am.
One of the things that that everybody's been preaching to me since the beginning of
No, we can't because there's actually
my stay in the poker room since the beginning of the year is our table games, 3-card poker, and Ultimate Texas Hold'em. And the one thing that we have that the others, especially the instrument down south and others, is we have a $5 minimum on these table games.
Right.
And tell me how important that is.
Well, it just invites everybody to play.
all
It
in.
does, yeah.
It brings everybody in. Anybody can get in there. And it's a good range. It's a good rate.
Guys, we can't go home. It's gonna rain. We're just gonna prolong this game all night.
We want them to play.
Yeah.
You know, we want them to have a lot of fun, and that's what that limit does. Is it gives people an opportunity to have fun and not just get raked over the coals.
Please come on, inflex the
Hi,
inflection.
Steph. Yes.
Steffi Mo, that is Josh on the mic. That's him.
Where'd you get the ice cream?
Yeah, only for you, right? People who work out don't eat ice cream. Is that what the thing
Steffi
is?
Mo is actually one of our moderators
probably
on
work
this
out
show.
to
We
eat
love
the ice
Steffi
cream,
Mo
just
here
so
at
you understand.
PBKC.
You know,
The only reason why
me and my wife, yeah, we'll go work out.
Thinking
and then
about
we'll
her
go
and
get dessert.
her family.
You know?
Yeah.
I feel like
Want to
dessert.
go ahead
Okay,
and
that's going
Steffi
on
Mo,
first.
put
I
up
mean,
that
why else
link
would you work out? I'm married.
to the
I can't pick up
GoFundMe
girls just to eat desserts
for your
and
father.
eat all the
People on
food
the
you
show
want, you know?
can donate too. So go ahead and Steffi Mo, if you can, right here on Twitch, put up that link
I really want
to the GoFundMe.
How much is it?
Wow, do we need to
$250
call clock on this guy? It's like,
Oh my god, this guy who hasn't played anything over in the fucking corner.
no, I'm a nit. What are
Listen.
you going to do?
Yeah.
And we play
Hand shuffling.
Spotify's
That is an important thing for us
segment
players.
that they're still in for.
I was just telling him, I think I won one hand today.
You beat eight?
It's really bad. It's been really retarded. It's really retarded.
And that's more of a
But I managed to be down about
fast-paced game.
$11, $1200.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's all
These
that matters to you
are
guys.
not a lot of strategy. You just put your money up and, you know,
It sounds like my kind of stuff.
yeah. Especially 3-card.
Oh, yeah.
You just get what you get.
I know so many guys like Jesse, who helps us with the card shows. He owns Signed Icon, which is a card shop downtown. Sells sports cards and collectibles, and he helps us with the sports card shows. And you know, the other day we had a meeting, and he goes, "I'm going to go downstairs and play some Ultimate Texas Hold'em."
Yeah.
I mean, and it's
You want to run it twice or once?
the funnest thing. I mean, you know, it doesn't take that long if you got a couple hours to kill, especially if
We're
you're
just going to prolong this
over
to
at
the end so we can book a
PBIA.
small win for
Yeah.
this guy.
Come on down, play some 3-card, play some Ultimate Texas Hold'em.
Christ.
What do you want to do?
Whatever you want, you call it.
1 or 3?
Yeah, $150 and it took 3 days to call.
1 or 3.
One. Fine by me.
Which one? Really?
It's going to run it 1 time or 3 times.
1 or 3, okay,
That's
I
good.
like it.
Good range.
Whoa.
Wow.
Oh, you
The ace
lost
got
it.
there.
I know.
So that seat is not, in fact, unlucky. Cindy was
All you
dealing.
can do is put in the head, buddy.
Nice hand.
And then play
Brett
the
was
deal.
behind.
The guy that used to sit next to
Came
me.
back.
He's still
So
running
what
the
would
track
it
in
have
the
been
rain.
if I ran
So
3
I won't
times?
say that loud for
Can you show
Jason.
me at least?
You know.
Yeah.
So I can
Yeah.
feel bad about myself?
Yeah, let's just
So you
delay
got a
the
little
game
bit
even more.
luckier. Yeah.
Fuck off.
Thank you very
Let's
much.
just
Yeah,
leave it.
Steffi Mo.
Why don't we run it 6 times?
She's a
So he
great
wins.
friend of ours here at PBKC and part of our family. She posted a GoFundMe. That's to
I
help
mean,
her
listen, I
family
was
and
going to
her
give you the
father.
$10.
So go ahead and
Ask
click
her,
on
just
that
give
and
him
donate
$10,
some money
guys,
to
so
the
we can get
Schmergel
this game
family.
going.
I was saying,
Shot on
I
the
was
button.
saying, for every 10 seconds it goes up by 5. From 175 to 180,
Listen.
85.
Everyone.
That's the one thing that I learned really quickly when I started doing the employee of the
I'm
week.
dropping my dick on everybody.
When I talked to, the first person I talked to was the third person I ever heard a story about. That was Brenda Wanless. She's been here pretty much longer than anybody. She was here for all those, you know, poker games that weren't worth a lot of money, obviously, before No Limit and all that came in. The one thing she said to me which stuck with me
Big
is that
dick energy.
the one thing about the poker room and the players and dealers and all the employees, they're our family and they help each other out in time of need. And you see that constantly.
I haven't raised my button all day.
Absolutely. I've been a fortunate beneficiary. I won't go into it.
Yeah.
A fortunate beneficiary. You never know. You never want to know that you have that much, coverage and protection.
Yeah, that's it.
But man, when you see it in action,
yeah,
it's really, really nice. We're a club. We're a team.
It is, yeah, for real.
It's players, it's employees.
Straight to the man. Anybody call here?
What the community and the poker community did to come together for the Morris family just a couple of weeks ago for Charles Morris Sr. Was just absolutely unbelievable to me. That GoFundMe for Charles is well up over $15,000, and Tyler said also that he was going to match that, which was absolutely fantastic. So
yeah,
and that's the players getting together. We helped by putting it out there on the live stream and talking about it on social media and trying to get the news crews out, but that was the players that came together to raise that money.
More importantly, we're in the forefront. We didn't ask anybody.
No,
they wanted to do it.
Of course they did. Yeah, that's the God's honest truth.
They get 210.
Right, he was a good guy. I was pretty broken up by that one too.
Yeah, that hit hard because
you have a 10 or you
you didn't know him, you knew him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't have a lot of conversations with him, but I knew him. I knew who he was. He knew who I was. And it's it still hits a lot of people hard that he's gone.
Yeah.
Such a fixture here.
God damn it.
What do you guys think? Call?
Give me an ace. Give me an ace. Give me an ace.
No. It had a rooftop, but only one leg.
Very, very honest man.
I see he fucking said that.
Oh, actually,
I was like, Jesus.
The little guy won a hand.
Both had a 10, which gave him a straight, but he had the opposite.
I decided to play Boston. Well, I turned him on. I woke up with shit.
Clubs would have
Fuck,
been
I
getting.
didn't top off to 1,000. How do I get even if I don't top off to 1,000? Poke the little
This
bear.
guy.
He's going to wake up to that
Hey,
shit.
can we get a different dealer than this guy up here?
Finally, with a hand, I
Thank you.
changed the
Thank you.
Paul Bunyan, right?
Cindy's doing a great job. So is Wendy today.
Cindy and Wendy.
Oh, I like that. I didn't even realize that's
Cocktail.
Cindy, Wendy.
Table 67.
Wendy's had a lot of friends and family from the Philippines watching. I want to say hi to all of them. Hope you're doing well. Josh knows a word in Philippines. I'm not going to vouch and say that's the correct word.
Salamat.
Okay. Let's just hope that that is nice and correct.
I hope it means thank you. You know how we talked about earlier how the first thing you learn in a foreign language is the bad words.
Exactly. So like I'm hoping that you learned it from somebody who's a nice person.
Same.
Hey, go up to them and say that,
Yeah.
Was he a real person?
That exact move has gotten me into trouble a few times.
Of course it has.
Probably based upon a bunch of.
And tell us the small town you're from. That I honestly, I've lived in Florida my entire life. I've never heard of this.
Yeah, lots of people have driven by it. I probably didn't notice. It's Sneed, Florida. Sneed. It's like J.C. Sneed, only 2 of them.
Leonard Skinner.
And it is about 40 minutes west of Tallahassee on I-10 or Highway 90. And I believe population is right at 2,000 right now.
Jeez, I thought it was more than that. I thought it was going to give you like 10,000 people.
Not quite.
10,000, jeez.
I went to, let's see, I graduated with 60 people, and of those 60 people, about 40 of them went to my preschool.
Wow.
So we knew each other.
You grew up, I mean, that's a good and bad thing. I was always...
I never dated anybody.
Yeah, well, that's it. You knew these kids your entire life, which is good, but then bad because they all know you.
Right.
Shabby clothes.
Pre-flop raise.
Yeah, I think it's a break up.
And where did you learn and find your love for poker? Was that when it came from just playing with friends, or how did that come about?
We had, our family, we played Christmases, whenever we get everybody together, we'd sit around and play dealer's choice. Everybody brought your change cup, you know. The biggest bet, you know, quarter was the biggest bet you could make. You know, it was a family game. I went on the boat back when they had the boat.
Okay.
I was working for that retail establishment I mentioned earlier. And I guess I can say it's Sears. They don't exist anymore.
Oh, yeah. What is that?
Yeah. So, working as manager at Sears, went out on the boat 3 days in a row and hit slot machines 3 days in a row for about $12,000.
Wow.
So then I spent the next 2 years losing it all back, learning how to play poker.
You know, give me a multiple choice.
Okay.
When I got good enough to win at poker, Noah offered me a
4
job.
players.
That's awesome. It's really cool, yeah. It's a really cool story. I like that.
Yeah.
Or was it Peter, Paul, and Mary?
Yeah, it was funny. I came in here and it was December, fourth quarter, we were going nuts.
I said 4 players.
I was complaining. He says, just sit down here. Yeah. I didn't know that was an option. You know? It's been a fantastic choice.
How we got you.
Absolutely.
We got you. That's right. Never left.
The hook. Yeah. The golden handcuffs.
Gotcha.
No, but because of this place, I've had a wonderful relationship for a number of years. Got a beautiful daughter. Got my house.
Small Jewish white woman.
Got my mango trees that I make my mango wine out of.
Yeah, your mango wine. That was. I still don't know what mango wine is.
I'm gonna bring you some. I've got one cooking right now.
You're the one thing you don't know about Josh. People that know him know this. Like, he's the kind of guy that he's very simple, small town personality and life that he lives. He has an Apple iPhone that probably could go in the Smithsonian. That's probably about, what, 5, 6 years old at least. You know, he doesn't drive flashy, fancy cars. I mean, you know, he...
I had my truck for 20 years.
Yeah, exactly. You know, your truck's almost old enough to drink. You know? But that's Josh for you.
No, I get carried away. Raise to 75.
The simple things in life are the best.
Yeah.
All right. Doc raises with ace-9. Linnell calls. Nick free bets at the 75 with pocket king.
If I could fold for $35, my favorite hand, I can't fold for 40. No.
Looks like we're going to see a
He
three-way
would
flop.
not be my friend if he sees me folding this on the camera.
Oh, there you go. That was
I have some performers at the table.
There we go.
I don't remember which one.
I probably would recognize it if someone else was singing it.
No.
You know it?
Okay, sorry.
I mean, it's not that hard. My voice sounds
Jack.
Check.
Check.
65.
Take a letter,
I don't even remember who does that song originally.
I know there's
Leaving on a jet plane.
I'm the type of person that, growing up on oldies, which I'm glad I did. My favorite singers of all time are like Sam Cooke, Otis Redding, Jackie Wilson. Now, those are always my favorites. Frank Sinatra, Elvis. I got a weird taste in music. One second it's DaBaby and DMX, and the next second it's Sinatra and Dean Martin. You know, I'm all over the place, but I know the words and I can sing almost any song you play. No idea who sang it. No idea.
See, and my dad was a DJ.
Okay.
From like 68, 70 to 71, something like that. So he's right in that range.
Yeah.
And
some great music.
He leads into the song. When he hears the intro, he leads the song in like he's the DJ.
Great DJs, they just hear the first note. They can tell you right away. I know guys like that.
Name that tune.
For what? Oh, I got somebody who can do that. Lowering the springs and stuff? What car?
I just bought my daughter a 2018 ATS.
Okay.
I want to do lowering.
Yeah, that's just springs. iBox or some sports.
Yeah, that's
H&R
what
or
I bought.
something.
iBox 1.2 inch.
A couple $100, $200.
Nick made a pretty good laydown on the last hand.
Doc
ended up, they checked him into a flush.
Probably could have got like 150.
He bet 300 at it. And it was a bet I thought Nick could have called. But holding pocket kings, 2 queens on board and a flush on board. He decided to lay it down. It was a good lay down.
Good.
That was what I was
going for.
I was assuming Thor next to you.
All full.
I thought you
Full.
said Magic Mike.
It's Magic
Combination
Mike.
between the two.
Magic 35?
Yes.
Depends what required to do.
See, this is what happens when you guys don't
Only
respect my
6
race.
players.
Like
That's it.
everybody else there, then-
Oh, you raised?
I
No,
respect
it's-
shit.
no, it's still
When
on
it's
this
you and Marsh, I just calling you 2 cards.
I
So it's not that I
respect
don't respect you.
his raises.
Yeah, you're just locked up, buddy. Why don't you just go home already,
I'm
man?
just locked up. I'm just waiting for you guys to leave.
I'm not leaving until
It's
after
125.
So we're gonna play all
Wait.
night today.
Brett leads out with pocket 8s at
Marshall's getting out of
125.
the game.
Walter's
You
got a
haven't been
king.
in your game since we got up here.
And he's got the
I
best
haven't,
king.
bro. I've had a rough. When you see it back, you'll see why.
You haven't been in your game since 2012.
Really? I thought it was way before that. I mean, you're giving me credit.
When did you have your first kid?
First kiss?
Yeah. Kids.
No, my first kid was my eldest.
Does this tell me about your first kiss? Is that what's happening?
9.
Man or woman?
So you've been out of it since 2008.
There we go. He led him into that one. Alley hoop and the dunk.
That's right.
What are we talking about? Our first kiss with the guys?
Oh.
Nice.
And
I'm a firm believer
Lay
in
it
you
down
gotta
here.
try it to know.
That's
If you don't, I mean, you never know.
I'm a trisexual.
well,
I
that
try
helped out
anything
with
once.
somebody.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
That's why I've been preaching to y'all. Get a finger in the ass, just knuckle deep.
listen, that's not
Maybe, I don't know, we hit, you did say we had the censored
Yeah.
button.
Yeah, let's just hold that down.
That if you find it,
You know,
people here over 50,
when
I can say it's no fun at all.
sometimes I
For me
harp on when I
personally, it was
was
I've been doing that checkup a lot longer than you.
DJ.
I tried to get turn the lights down, you know what I mean?
Pulled out Janet Jackson's breast.
Whisper in my ear a little bit. Yeah, just trying like
all the way
There's no pleasure in that
Pour your glass of
whatsoever.
wine.
Yes, I had this guy chasing me around the table. I thought he looked like he was going to enjoy it.
7-second
I don't
dunk.
know what's going on.
And it should still happen because you know, the FCC really cracked down all that stuff. So what happened to me
Long
was
fingernails?
you have somebody that you put live on the air. Rarely you want to put somebody live because you don't trust anybody. Sure. And so the times you did, your finger was just on that dump button, and it would just knock out the last 7 seconds. Or my friends would be broadcasting live from a club, and they'd put on some drunk person that's just F, 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 F. And you got to the point where you just have to hold the button down. That's what kind of we got to do on the show sometimes.
Broken glass.
Broken glass.
That's an
That's
awesome one.
if I hit that, it's going to sound like Stone Cold's coming in.
All right.
Either that or that Glass Joe's walking downstairs.
Yeah. Glass Joe.
I don't know if he's heard that name or if he likes it. I doubt he does.
Yeah.
I got 1 out of 4.
He used to be Polo Joe, and now he's Glass Joe.
Yeah.
There's a funny story that I think some people know
The
about
guy's
that.
up 4,000 when he should be down 6, and he's crying about a $25 bomb pot.
I'm in 1,500, don't forget. Take
But the most
front seat off.
awkward
Would you want to
time
trade
I've
with me
had
and
on
see
this
what I
show,
can
we've been doing this show, it feels like for a couple, 2.5 months, something like that. Is last Friday night when the slow roll happened, it was between Joe and Gerson.
Yeah.
Look, there's a truck right here, Marshall.
Joe
Look, right here
slow
on the
rolled
screen.
Gerson. And so
nice.
not long after that, it was came back. And when it happens, it's a 15-minute delay.
Right.
And so we're listening, and you can hear Noah yelling on the broadcast. And that was the most, it was the longest 15 minutes of my life. It was one of those moments I'm just like, oh man, because Joe's sitting at the table, and he's just like, oh, shaking his head. But come to find out, it was obviously payback for something that happened a couple days before that. But
Yeah, there was no love.
no, you never know what you're going to see on this show.
Ace 9 on the board. She flops hot fire.
Check that.
75.
75. Full goal.
That's how no one knows what I have, that way. Hold the nuts. That way it's harder to read.
Over, buddy. Back door.
My button's right.
The wrong guy wanted to chase down the back door on.
Yeah, no, you don't want to take anything in the back door.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I've heard that about you, Mel. You'll chase anything with a back door.
Don't think you.
When you can't get in the front door, you put it in the back door.
Or if
Thanks,
they don't have
everybody.
a front door, you only go to the back.
There you
Thanks to
go.
you you, Cindy.
Options are always open, kid.
Peachy's one of our favorites. Here comes Wendy.
The old Cindy Wendy.
Cindy and Wendy, two of the fan favorites and two of our all-time greats here at PBKC.
Another one?
I think I got to mention about the card show coming up this Sunday. We're also going to have a live broadcast from ESPN right here, broadcasting live at our live streaming table. It's going to be J Mark and the crew from ESPN doing an hour-long broadcast. The show is from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Sports cards, collectibles. You're going to see Pokemon cards. You're going to see Funkos. You're going to see autographs. You can see everything you could possibly collect at that show. And come on out. I don't think there's any vendor information I need to give you because last I checked there was like over 70 tables or something.
Yeah.
It's just
We're getting more this time than last time.
Oh, it's unbelievable. And it doesn't matter what you collect. You know, I was an old basketball card collector. I don't know if you ever collected anything like that, Josh, but you know, they have something for everyone at that show.
They have
That's true.
Ready?
comic books?
Oh yeah, there's a couple guys that are strictly comic books too.
Good. I have to let Legend know. He said he's got a few he might want to try to.
Oh, for sure. Definitely bring them out. Yeah, there was somebody last time that was, I think, only selling comic books, which is awesome.
Yeah.
He must be summoned.
Check. Bet 75.
I just want you guys to know that
I was a collector when I was a kid, but I also liked playing with things.
Oh yeah,
So,
that's the thing. Yeah.
nothing's in mint condition.
Well, no, that's the problem. It's like,
The river.
you know, the spokes of the bicycle are really not good for an expensive baseball card. That's for sure.
The term
Tends to
would
degrade.
be one
Yeah,
out.
a little bit.
Yeah.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Fold.
I'm close to him.
So it's not the case that everybody called.
Fold.
That was the bomb pot. And now we got two guys with aces and two guys with pocket pairs. That didn't help the pocket pairs.
Take a bet, Steve.
Yeah, call her, and maybe she's at her parents' house.
He'll come out swinging hard, I think.
Bet 100.
100. Huh.
Go.
That's a callable bet. But maybe that's the point. Greg's going to illustrate the point that I make a lot. There is no good way to play jacks.
No.
3 players.
As far as the 2-5. We've had some good games. Overall, the whole game itself. And that's how you vote.
Check.
So you think he might be behind.
Bet 2.
People actually work.
Yeah, Bach makes a safe bet. He's going to call it.
Fucking bills.
Call 2.
Takes it down.
Whoa!
Treat Jack like 7-7. That's what Story Dude says. That's how you play it.
That's about right.
Wow.
It's not a monster. 1 pair.
Noah asked the question. I don't know if you listened to the show. Friday night he asked the question.
I put those back there with jacks, and I'm like, great, I have to fucking call that. And that's why I'm sitting there fucking like, goddamn it. And I knew I could have folded, but
Statistically busts aces more than any other pocket pair.
there's already, you know,
That was a good question.
$400
Said
in
he
the
learned
pot by the time it's my
immediately
turn
when
to
he got into poker.
12.75.
My day, I guess.
Ain't over yet.
Nobody guessed that here. Everybody was guessing tens or queens, kings, jacks, whatever.
That's what I'm
But
hoping for. Where's that dime?
hand is 6-7
6-7
suited.
suited. I believe that that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
That 6-7 suited was the. But I think his question was which pocket pair
Pocket
goes best.
pair goes best
Yeah.
with
And
aces.
there's something about the component with the ace making a straight with 2, 3, 4, 5, and
Yeah.
you know.
I guess a lot of options.
What do you
Yeah.
think? It's on the fucking TV. They're writing it
Well,
there for
and
everybody to see it.
If there's a
Guess
way
you haven't
that you
seen
can
the
make
screen.
aces
They
think they're
literally
good when
tell
they're
you
not,
you're up and down.
it's by making a higher straight.
You think
You know.
nobody's gonna notice? They're gonna know.
Good. Yeah, he said the
They're
same.
not.
But the IRS is going to knock on your door tomorrow.
Nah.
Alright, time to play. Raise 50.
I have your number, right, Steve?
No.
Didn't you give it to me once?
Call 50.
Because remember, we make the list the day before. That's why I'm
Oof.
That's the only reason.
Marshall.
If it's available and
American Airlines over here.
I don't like to be on those lists, actually. I got private investigators after me.
You have what?
He's gonna make a pretty big raise, I think. 225.
5
Yeah.
investigators.
Here?
Yeah.
Ray.
Something to do with child pornography.
Letting them all know he wants to win.
No. 25.
That's so fucked up.
Oh,
I respond to
225.
that one.
I just don't like the...
No, I know. No worries.
Alan might smell a rat on this one. Originally, I thought he would snap call, but he's giving him a look.
No, I had some on. I had like 400 on.
He's counting out.
I thought you were both battling.
I had pocket jacks. Yeah, and what am I supposed to do? I just have to keep calling pocket jacks. I had to keep calling. Hopefully a jack, but I know I'm behind when both of you guys have aces.
Jack
He's calling.
Oh, jack rips off.
Buck's stuck in the middle now. He's got. There's like almost enough equity in there to put in a loose call. I mean, there's always enough equity to put in a loose call, but and there's nothing about that flop that tells Alan he's not good.
I like Alan. Alan, you see him step away constantly from the table because he's taking calls. He's working.
Sure.
He's
425.
a good guy.
I don't know if you noticed, a couple hands ago they put up VPIP.
Did they?
A couple of guys at 65.
Nice.
Hey, welcome. Actually, it's right. See what that exit sign is?
Yeah.
To the left, right around the corner.
Okay.
Oh, there's a door there?
Yeah,
Oh,
go
I
straight.
always
Yeah, no, there's 2 doors to that
No
same
shit.
bathroom.
3. Now he's going all
You want to
in
know what
and
I did
snap.
today? How
All
I
the on
had right
What
when
he
we
didn't wanna
started
see.
getting my to use the bathroom before we started. I walked in and I was thinking about something.
Twice?
Bro, I literally
If you want to, okay.
That's fucking
pulled my
Twice.
zipper down to
Alright,
pee,
going
take
twice.
my cock out, and when I noticed, I was peeing in the
Jack.
big garbage can.
Oh,
you know?
push it all the way,
I said, what am I
Wendy.
doing, bro?
In the
Alright.
kitchen.
Didn't matter. 9's no good.
Nine's the last hand. Showing up again. I don't
He
think
had to
I can
do
show
that.
up
No,
with a
that
hand.
smooth call wasn't good. That's what the story says.
Yeah.
Because he's won most hands with 3-5 and 5-6.
5-2.
We were just talking about how he runs it
6-5.
Yep.
5.
Just
And
paid
I
off
believe there's a little bit of poker marriage going on there. He said he had pocket 9s for the last
I ain't
hand.
a man. What are you doing?
I missed free
Buy
flop,
in.
though. What was the free flop, Ben?
Thank you, dude.
Thank you.
50, 50,
I made it
225.
And you go.
They called.
Story dude said he had fold equity.
400. I called.
Oh, he definitely had fold equity.
Did you just say you got lucky?
But
You lucky every day, baby.
500.
logic doesn't always play a role.
Every time you wake up, you're lucky, buddy. Don't forget
Every
that.
time I survive the
Waking up
extreme
is not
pollution I
promised.
do to my body
I'm
every
throwing a
night,
few
I get
hands by
lucky.
just wanting to win them. Get in there and
Another
have
couple
crap
drinks,
and
my buddy's here.
Oh, yeah.
turn it into gold
That's the
somehow.
way to do
You
it.
need more alcohol.
Wait, this guy needs an energy drink.
You need more alcohol. Oh, can I get a
He needs
dirty
a,
martini, please?
Jack
You
Daniels.
want to go to
No, I agree
5?
with that. If he was going to do anything with that 425
Straddle.
and he thought that he was good in any way, he just pushes right there.
Yeah.
Can I have another bottle of water, too?
But he tried to squeeze another card and it ended up
Time to play.
not being a big difference maker.
Raise it. 25.
25.
25.
But, you know, that belies the fact that Marshall played that hand very, very well.
Of course he
you
did,
know.
yeah. If you
Raise.
you could
Raise to 85.
go back to the future, if you had a flux capacitor and a DeLorean, you'd want to be sitting in seat 4 today.
Yep, yep. That's his second time with aces? Maybe even third. But to get hands to hold up, that's what it's all about.
Guys, we're going to have a special. You know what we should do? Hey, we should have the live stream on the 29th.
Yeah, he's the big man. He's
That's
mine.
the fucking day, bro. It's a Saturday?
Somebody type in Braille for us?
Game that day, man.
That's really interesting.
That's
about
a
that?
great
I
fucking
love it.
idea, bro. That would be epic.
Thanks, Alpha.
I just thought about it.
Paul, you're the big man.
It's
now.
Twitch, man. That's,
Uh,
I don't understand half the things about Twitch. I don't understand
That
that
way you
either.
can do something else on your birthday. You don't have to come to this shit
Give him 5. Give him 5.
Go 10.
It does look like Braille.
It does.
But then that might be a picture. See where it,
I know.
See what's not there. You know?
$55.
Yeah.
It's like one of those pictures you have to stare